Burn at the White House, where the president also said Israel keeps waging war against Hamas in Gaza.
I'm not allowing Israel to annex the West Bank. There's been enough. It's time to stop now. Okay.
Later this morning, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu will address the UN General Assembly, where more countries this week recognized a Palestinian state, which he calls a reward for terrorism. President Trump's ready to impose even more tariffs on more inputs. Posting on Truth Social, it'll be a 100% charge on pharmaceuticals, but drug companies building manufacturing plants in the U.S. will be exempt. Also, tariffs on furniture and kitchen cabinets. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
Why forecasters are asking you to take a little bit extra time this morning. Clear radar, 58 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 79 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 6:02. Dense fog is affecting parts of central Indiana this morning, especially near I-74 and areas to the north and east.
Upper Wabash Valley, Lafayette, Kokomo, Muncie. Those spots to the north of Indianapolis is where some of that cooler air has come in, and we have had some much lower visibility and dense fog along the riverbeds.
Forecaster Alex McGinnis at the National Weather Service.
Lack of visibility, and technically if it's dense fog, it's the visibility is under a quarter mile. What's actually could be more dangerous is if the visibility changes quickly, like maybe you're driving along on your commute and there's not much fog at all, then all of a sudden you go over a creek and you can't see anything.
He says the advisory is in effect until 9. Multiple shootings overnight and early Friday across Indianapolis. 3 people shot in southeast Indy are expected to survive. On the far east side, a woman was shot and killed near 30th and Post Road. Meanwhile, Cumberland police say there's been a home invasion where a man was shot. That happened about 90 minutes ago. Police in both Indianapolis and elsewhere along with the FBI arrested 116 people over the past couple of weeks in what's being called Operation Guardian.
And the crimes that they're accused of are serious. Everything from drug trafficking and weapons violations, and at least 6 people arrested for murder.
At a news conference Thursday, IMPD Chief Chris Bailey said the people arrested range in age from 16 to 74. An event to showcase the new Puma shoe for Indiana Pacer guard Tyrese Halliburton happened yesterday.
So how much is the shoe?
$130.
Are you going to pay it?
I am.
Yeah, why?
To be one of the first ones to have it.
And to commemorate the area code 317 for Indianapolis, Halliburton signed 317 pairs of shoes. The Indiana Fever playing Game 3 of the WNBA semifinal series tonight against Las Vegas here in Indianapolis. The series is tied at 1 game apiece, but it's only a 5-game series. That means the first team to 3 wins and goes to the WNBA Finals. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com. Traffic and weather together in 1 minute on a Friday morning at 6:04.
Whether it's the good food or the friendly mood, you can count on Indiana to never lose when it comes to tailgating. And we want to see you at every game. That's why Hubler's got you covered with the best warranty around. So kick off the season in a Hubler quality pre-owned vehicle. Right now, you can buy with 0 down. Choose from over 2,000 cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, every Hubler Q-certified vehicle is covered by a 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Includes a 128-point vehicle inspection and a free Carfax history report. We'll pay top dollar for your trade. Bring Hubler your old car for an immediate appraisal. 0 down delivers, and Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles.
Hubler's got you covered.
Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 convenient locations.
Cover me.
Select models, approved credit. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
All right, Hancock County, Henry County, here it is. We are looking at an exit ramp closed. It's an important one, westbound 72, northbound 465, closed on the east side because of a fuel spill. No crash or offending vehicle has been located at this time. Just a whole lot of diesel fuel has shut down that ramp from westbound 72 northbound to 465. It happened around 9 p.m. last night. In addition, the 3 right lanes are closed on northbound 465 from I-72 west to 38th Street. Again, that's for cleanup of this fuel spill. So activity over there, reroutes at WIBC Traffic at Matin Traffic if you want to check that out. But again, east side, ramp closed, westbound 70 to northbound 465 because of a fuel spill. Traffic sponsored by Moderna. MNEXT Spike COVID-19 vaccine, mRNA by Moderna, is here. To find it near you, visit mnextspike.com. That's mnexspike.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Matt will have more updates on that throughout the day. Keep you going and flowing into work. We've got ourselves temperatures back into the 80s this weekend, hitting 83 on Sunday and possibly on Monday before starting to cool down again. So any talk of fall-like weather was premature and simply in error, mainly because Tara Hastings and Marcus Bailey let us down. So much so, they refused to show up this morning. All right, it's a technical issue, but neither here nor there. Right now, we've got 56 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:07.
This hour powered by Family Heating and Air, your American Standard Air dealer. Nobody cares for you like family.
This is CNN Breaking News.
And we are following major breaking news tonight as former FBI Director James Comey is now the first senior government official to face charges in one of President Trump's biggest grievances, the 2016 Russia investigation.
Well, it's not the reason for the indictment, Caitlin Collins. That's how you get a show on CNN? James Comey indicted because of grievance? That is not what happened. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. Good to be with you. James Comey indicted on charges of lying and obstruction. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the news. Not indicted on one of Donald Trump's biggest grievances. Why do people not trust CNN? There you go. Caitlin Collins actually at that moment considered herself a newswoman, a reporter, somebody doing the important work. This is exactly the argument. The indictment on Comey comes because statute of limitations issues that would have run out on September 30th of 2025 because he went in front of Congress and the Senate Judiciary Committee on September 30th, 2020 to discuss potential collusion between Russia and the 2016 presidential campaign of Donald Trump. But as we know, that he said that there was never a connection. I believe we covered Catherine Herridge's reporting on this. Never a connection between him and the media regarding leaks, but that's not true.
We have the moment that I think is really pivotal for this obstruction of justice and perjury indictment that's about to be handed down. Let's watch.
Did you show copies of your memos to anyone outside of the Department of Justice?
Yes.
And to whom did you show copies?
I asked, President tweeted on Friday after I got fired that I better hope there's not tapes. I woke up in the middle of the night on Monday night, because it didn't dawn on me originally, that there might be corroboration for our conversation. There might be a tape. And my judgment was I needed to get that out into the public square. And so I asked a friend of mine to share the content of the memo with a reporter. Didn't do it myself for a variety of reasons, but I asked him to because I thought that might prompt the appointment of a special counsel. And so I asked a close friend of mine to do it.
It's amazing to hear that all these years later. But explain to our viewers why that moment was so important. What did we learn about Jim Comey?
What we learned about Jim Comey, Laura Ingram, so glad you asked, thank you, is that he's a pretty sniveling and weak guy. Oh, wait, that isn't what we learned? Oh, that's in addition to what we learned. Here's what we learned.
What we learned was he's willing to try to explain his manipulation, and he got caught. he knew he was going to be caught, that he had leaked information to the media, which is a violation of not just internal protocols, but can be criminal obstruction. And we later would find out that he would lie to Congress and to others about it, and about his role in actually trying to manipulate the media in a direction that he wanted that would go after President Trump. And Laura, remember, this is just obstruction, and it is lying to federal officials. But remember, this is what Jim Comey pursued vigorously against General Flynn. This is what Jim Comey has prosecuted and pushed through prosecution of other individuals very vigorously. So now we learn why he was backpedaling, why he was trying to explain his prior action.
So here we are now. You'll see people on the political left tell you that this is the end of the Justice Department. This is just retribution. They can say anything they want. I'm not going to get worked up. It's an indictment. I assume eventually we'll all be indicted. I don't let people who abuse the rules then tell me about how the rules are being abused. Did James Comey lie in front of Congress as the director of the FBI? We already know that Andrew McCabe lied to FBI agents while he was an FBI agent about things he was doing as an FBI agent. So it's certainly possible. The data certainly points us in that direction. The indictment seems accurate to me, but I'm not a lawyer. Let's find out. Oh no, not getting worked up and not listening to the crazed people who want to be crazed about this in the most purely partisan ways. I'll take a pass on that. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
This is Gary Dick. How the USA Gymnastics deal almost fell through at 632. Brought to you by the proud members of the Indiana Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions who build Indiana. We are LIUNA.
Don Fisher for QC Kinetics. I was struggling with chronic knee pain and wasn't encouraged with the options of risky surgery and pain pills. QC Kinetics offered the best option for me, cutting-edge regenerative medicine. Their non-invasive treatment stimulated my body's own biologics so I could be pain-free and get back to doing what I love, playing golf. QC Kinetics has a fantastic success rate, and it's clear to see why so many Hoosiers are happy to tell their story of how they reclaim their lives with the QC Kinetics approach. Ready to live your life pain-free? Go to qckinetics.com/Indianapolis or call 317-559-PAIN and get a no-obligation consultation. QC Kinetics uses the latest technologies, whether it's stem cell, PRP, plasma, or a number of other advanced therapies. Call QC Kinetics. It'll be the best call you will make. Get back in the game, whatever that is for you. Call 317-559-PAIN.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-951-4279 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-951-4279. That's 800-951-4279. What do you have to lose? Call 800-951-4279. Again, 800-951-4279.
Traffic on the fives. Matt Bear in the WIBC Traffic Center, keeping an eye on what's going on that off-ramp. What's the story?
Yeah, Tony, this happened around 9 p.m. last night, I am told. It's an exit ramp that's closed on the east side. It's westbound 72, northbound 465, and it's shut down for diesel fuel cleanup. There was a fuel spill. They can't find the semi. No crash related at the moment. Of course, that can all change, but right now, exit ramp from westbound 72, northbound 465 is shut down because of this fuel spill on the east side. In addition, 3 right lanes are closed on northbound 465 from I-70 near Penn Pike. And right now we have no delay there because of that, but that could change as the morning progresses, and I will let you know. On the west side, a medical emergency on southbound 465 at Sam Jones Expressway. It's at the bottom of the exit ramp, so it shouldn't affect mainline traffic, but we do have some cars at the bottom of the exit ramp that are not moving right now. Please be careful on your exit. Traffic sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders. Eli Manning reminds you there's nothing like football in King's Hawaiian Sliders. King's Hawaiian Sliders make you a winner on game day. Pick them up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your grocery store. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
56 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:16.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use, now what?
I had a friend that went to My Computer Career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Truck drivers and owner-operators, there's never been a better time to team up at Schneider. We have more team-friendly loads than ever, including express delivery parcel freight that offers great miles with no delays to keep the wheels turning. Plus, for a limited time, company team drivers may be eligible for a sign-on bonus of up to $16,000. Owner-operator teams may qualify for a $10,000 incentive. Explore team driver positions at SchneiderJobs.com and search team contracting jobs at SchneiderOwneroperators.com.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hi, I'm Dallas, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. You know she loves her Shane Company engagement ring, but you also want to surprise her for her birthday, anniversary, or just because she deserves it. Why not get her a bigger diamond with our Easy Trade-Up program? We'll give you the full credit of your original natural diamond purchase toward a new one. Her new diamond only has to be $1 more. You only pay the difference. How's that for an easy trade-up? Visit us in-store or at shaneco.com. Because a friend wants you to win the gifting game. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220 or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
I didn't even get into Trump celebrating the indictment of James Comey by posting "Justice in America." I'll get to that. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. And if you think that is crude or anything, that the president would say that, I would give you a flashback as we learn of the indictment of James Comey, the former director of the FBI. January 21st, 2021, James Comey himself.
Convict him, bar him from future service, have the prosecutors, the local prosecutors in New York, pursue him for the fraudster that he was before he ever became president, lock him up for the garden variety frauds he did there, but don't give him that center stage, that dominant role in our national life just down the street where Joe Biden is trying to heal this nation.
So, that got said. I don't like any of the gloat stuff. Just go about doing the work. I don't need personalities. I need the work done, my life better, my taxes lowered, and then just, stay out of it. More than anything, just leave us be. It's all I ever wanted. These people won't leave us be. And then they demand that somehow rules be applied to them that aren't applied to you. And no, that is just not the way. That is just not the way this works.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
That's correct. There might very well be a shutdown. Wow, I've got a list of things I'm completely not getting worked up about. I'm not going. It's a shutdown.
Okay, do not panic.
Right. By the way, I didn't even know I had that sound effect. I didn't know I had that.
Okay, do not panic.
And then I've got this. Okay, I don't know what that is. I'm just clicking buttons. Speaker Johnson telling Democratic leaders, hey, you guys were opposed to shutdowns. You told us that shutdowns were going to hurt seniors and veterans and working families, and now you're like, let's shut it down. Why is it, progressive left, when you have a shutdown, it's moral, but when we have an issue with keeping government afloat at this level of spending, we're going to kill your Meemaw? Which is, of course, the absolutely accurate statement. That anytime the political left does something, they believe that they are moral. And anytime you do something, you should be in jail. And if you should notice what they're doing, they look at you and say, why are you looking at us? Why are you paying attention to us? I can't, you're so obsessed with us. Oh my gosh. Going back to September of 2024, Chuck Schumer, who at the time was the Senate Majority Leader, if the government shuts down, it will be average Americans who suffer most. Is that not true now? The House passed the continuing resolution. You must understand by this stage of the game, you must understand that you are not going to win this, and Trump isn't interested in you. A spokesperson for Bernie Sanders says President Trump's party controls the House, Senate, and White House and has the responsibility of keeping the government open. Great. Say that like it matters. If there's a shutdown, it's going to be on you. There have been times where shutdowns have been blamed on Republicans, and it's never a fun thing. But if you think that Trump's coming to you and saying, hey, I really need your help here, wait, we can, find some kind of way to compromise on this, that, it's not happening. And it shouldn't happen. Which is going to lead us into a conversation about Doge and a very weird tweet that was sent my way that allow me to triple down on, because I think this woman is proving my point. I think it's a woman. I'm not 100% sure. So expect the government shutdown. That will come. And as for the shooter in Dallas, there is no question and there is no doubt that this shooting that killed a detainee was all about going after ICE members, was all about going after ICE itself. The objective was to do as much harm and as much damage as possible. We know this now as a level of fact, that the person involved used apps that tracked ICE agents. You know how the left made apps that say, oh, ICE is here, ICE is there. Oh, look, ICE is coming. You guys better run. Those apps were used to track their movements and then attack them. This is not a bug. This is a feature of today's political left. It's wrong. And I'm not sure where the lefty leaders of America, never mind just Indiana, were in saying, hey, that's really ugly. That's an abuse. You should go to jail for that. This guy engaged searches of ballistics and the, quote, Charlie Kirk shot video. That was the search he did between August of, in a week in August, searching apps that tracked the presence of ICE agents. A high degree of pre-attack planning is how FBI Director Kash Patel describes it. People want to tell us, oh, this wasn't about ICE agents. A detainee was killed, not an ICE agent. That's just a lie. First of all, it's awful that a detainee was killed. It's awful. And secondly, it was always about ICE agents. We always knew it. Always. But some people just want to gaslight, whether it's about shutdowns, whether it's about killing ICE agents. What is it that they actually favor other than destruction? I'll leave it to you to tell me. 317-239-9393. Matt Bear has got traffic. What's going on, Matt?
Yeah, east side, Tony, and exit ramp is closed. It's the one from westbound 72, northbound 465. And it's closed because of a fuel spill that happened around 9 o'clock last night. And no crash or semi has been found right now, or vehicle has been found that spilled the fuel, but they are cleaning it up right now. So the ramp from westbound 72, northbound 465 is closed. No timetable on when it's going to reopen. Also, if you're traveling northbound 465 on the east side, they have 3 right lanes closed from 70 up to 38th Street or before Penn Pike as they assist with that fuel spill. Rerouting traffic can exit early at Post Road, pick up Penn Pike, and that'll get you back to northbound 465. And you can check that out at Matt and Traffic on X if you like. On the west side, medical emergency at the bottom of the exit ramp from southbound 465 to Sam Jones Expressway. The ramp is open. It is partially blocked in a dense fog advisory until 9 p.m. this morning. Please be careful on your way in. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Matt Bear with Traffic on the 5. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, it's Casey. Donald Trump has displayed an auto pen picture for Joe Biden in the Walk of Fame at the White House. Expert trolling or disrespectful? Join us Friday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
Hello, I'm Joe Cordell, founder of Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is complicated, especially when your small business or professional practice is involved. At Cordell & Cordell, we understand that these assets raise unique valuation and allocation issues. For 35 years, we've helped doctors, lawyers, and small business owners navigate divorce with confidence. Call us at Cordell & Cordell. Let me tell you, I understand on a personal level, your business is much more than a job. It's your legacy.
101 West Ohio, Indianapolis. CordellCordell.com.
Hi, I'm Lacey, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. And yes, I'm actually a jeweler. I bring dream engagement rings to life every day in our jeweler's workshop. When I hand set your diamond into your ring, I think about creating a piece you'll wear for a lifetime. I pay attention to the smallest details and treat every ring with the same care and craftsmanship, no matter the size or price. Come check us out at your nearby store. Our engagement rings are made with love from our hands to yours, because a friend knows your love deserves the highest quality. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Do you have an idea for a book, fiction, nonfiction, or a children's book? We can help you put it together and bring it to market at Dorrance Publishing. We have thousands of testimonials from people just like you that we've helped get their books sold in stores and online. We've even got a service called The Writer's Coach. It's perfect for people that have a book idea in their head and they just need someone to help them put it on paper. Dorrance Book Publishing has been helping people just like you who have a book idea, written or not, for over 100 years. Imagine being counted among the most famous authors in the world with your very own book. Call right now and let us help you turn a book idea into reality. It's easier than you think. You just need a little help. Call us now.
800-879-4098. 800-879-4098. 800-879-4098. That's 800-879-4098.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
It's the first time this has happened. Clear radar, but a dense fog advisory across parts of central Indiana, especially I-74 and areas to the north and east. Right now, 58 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to near 80. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:30. Former FBI Director James Comey was charged Thursday for making a false statement and obstructing a congressional proceeding.
Both alleged crimes relate to Comey's testimony during a Senate Judiciary Committee hearing back in 2020, which focused on the investigation into ties between Russia and President Donald Trump's 2016 campaign. Comey responded to the indictment in an Instagram video.
I have great confidence in the federal judicial system, and I'm innocent. So let's have a trial.
And in a post to ex-Attorney General Pam Bondi, writing in part, quote, "No one is above the law. Today's indictment reflects this Department of Justice's commitment to holding those who abuse positions of power accountable for misleading the American people."
That's Fox's Chanley Painter. It's the first time a former FBI director has been indicted. President Trump ordering federal prosecutors to pursue the death penalty in Washington, D.C. He signed an executive order on Thursday. He also signed an executive order Thursday to keep TikTok alive. Cops in Indianapolis State Police and the FBI said they arrested more than 100 people recently in Operation Guardian.
The FBI and our partners have focused all summer on crushing violent crime and removing violent criminals and fugitives from the streets of Indianapolis.
And that's FBI Indianapolis Special Agent in Charge Mike Eriks. He says they've taken guns and a couple of murderers off the streets. And a spooky but sweet family tradition is going on in Indy right now. Here's Terry Stacy.
Indy's favorite fall spooktacular is back. Zubu is underway at the Indianapolis Zoo.
Zubu is a long-standing tradition in Indianapolis. We started in 1982 with this event in some fashion. There's a little bit of trick, a little bit of treat, and a little something for young and old. There's children's trick-or-treating, adult trick-or-treating, and everything in between.
That's David Hosick with the zoo, and he says times, dates, and tickets are available at IndianapolisZoo.com. Terry Stacy, WIBC Mobile News.
And I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic, weather, and sports together in 3 minutes. It is 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Gary Dick. Noblesville officials are this week celebrating USA Gymnastics' decision to locate its headquarters and training center in the city's Innovation Mile District. Noblesville beat out more than a dozen cities nationwide for the investment, but Mayor Chris Jensen tells me the deal almost fell apart in the summer.
We knew we were up against some big fish, and the state of Texas and the state of Colorado put in some additional incentives towards the end. Indiana, as a state, declined to do that, and I respect that, but that just puts more pressure on us locally to step up that much more, and we've decided that we're going to continue to help lead economic development for the entire state as local cities going forward.
Mayor Jensen will be my guest this weekend on Inside Indiana Business Television. As U.S. farmers continue to deal with the fallout of being priced out of Chinese markets by tariffs, Indiana growers are celebrating a trade deal with Taiwan that they hope will alleviate some pain. Leaders of Indiana's corn and soybean lobbies signed letters of intent with officials from Taiwan on Thursday. They call for the island nation to purchase close to $6 billion worth of U.S. agricultural products over the next 4 years. Aer Lingus, which launched nonstop service from Indy to Dublin in May, says it will expand service in April, adding a flight on Thursdays. The route between Indianapolis International and Dublin Airport is on pace to exceed more than 20,000 total passengers by the end of September. From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America are men and women building roads and bridges to get Hoosiers where they're going today and a new energy infrastructure that will keep Indiana competitive tomorrow. LIUNA's over 12,000 statewide members also grow local economies, earning good union wages, shopping where they live and work, and paying taxes. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
Do you own an import-export business? If so, your company could save time and money with foreign trade zones. FTZs are designated sites across the United States where you can reduce, defer, and even eliminate import duties, helping you stay competitive in the global marketplace. If you're interested in becoming an FTZ, the Indianapolis Airport Authority can sponsor your application and start you on the path to savings, because smart companies get in the zone. Learn more at inzone.org.
The Indiana Economic Development Corporation Board of Directors has approved the first projects set to receive funding to address blighted properties through the Regional Economic Acceleration and Development Initiative. The 17 projects will share in $131 million. Those projects include Fieldhouse Flats, which will transform the former Evansville Fieldhouse and surrounding lot into 78 market-rate apartments and amenities, including an art park courtyard and indoor bike storage. This is Gary Dick for 93 WIBC.
East side, ramp closed, westbound 72, northbound 465 because of a fuel spill from earlier this morning. Actually, it's about 9 p.m. last night when the fuel spill occurred. No crash has been located or a vehicle that spilled the fuel, but right now they're still cleaning it up. So the ramp from westbound 72, northbound 465 is still shut down. Right now you can reroute using Post Road to Penn Pike. That'll get you back to northbound 465. South side, northbound 65, stop and go traffic before Raymond into the south split because of construction. And on the west side, a medical emergency at the bottom of the exit from southbound 465 to Sam Jones Expressway. That ramp is open, but it is partially blocked. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
55 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:37. A check on sports with Ryan Hedrick.
Tony, good morning. The Indiana Fever host the Las Vegas Aces tonight in Game 3 of the WNBA semifinals. Forward Natasha Howard talks about home court and how it may help them.
We don't feel pressure at all. We did what we needed to do in Game 1, and they did what they needed to do in Game 2, but they got to, like we said when we was in Vegas, that they got to come to our house and they got to see our fans as well.
And tip-off 7:30 coverage on 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan. Indianapolis Colts head coach Shane Steichen keeps calling this year's team different. Tackle DeForest Buckner breaks it all down.
The accountability and everybody upholding the standard from day one. And that's what Shane was preaching. That's what we were all preaching. And, I feel like we've been doing a good job in all phases of the ball, all phases on the team.
And the 3-0 Colts play the LA Rams Sunday. And the Seattle Seahawks kicked a 52-yard game-winning field goal, beating the Arizona Cardinals last night, 23-20. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick. On the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter? Right? And the best part? They accept Discover. Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer. Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times. Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants? These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
The fall planting season is here, and Sundown Gardens wants to help you with all your landscape needs. The nursery lot is bursting with a high-quality selection of trees and shrubs, and there are some selections up to 50% off. Now's a great time to take advantage of season-ending sales, too. Herbaceous perennials 30 to 50% off, and pottery 50% off. Sundown Gardens, located on the corner of 186th Street and Spring Mill Road in Westfield. SundownGardens.com. That's SundownGardens.com.
Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go.
Trust our family to take care of your family. Call us today for our family maintenance plan at 317-577-8077.
Family Heating and Air is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Join us every Friday right around 5:50 for Beer Sample Friday.
Brought to you by Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus, home of free delivery within 75 miles of their store.
Vegas is desperate, and they'd like for you to come visit. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. We have discussed this before. Las Vegas, Nevada isn't seeing the tourism that they'd like to see. And the reason they don't see the tourism is because Vegas ain't worth what it used to be. Every time you go to Vegas, you're paying a premium to eat any meal anywhere, even though some of those meals are brilliant. And then you pay premiums that make no sense, like the resort fee. The place has a pool, yes, but if you want to actually use the pool, it's an extra $40 a month, $40 a day. What if I don't use the pool? It is still an extra $40 a day because we have it. You mean it's a resort amenity that I'm not using and I still have to pay for? That is correct. People said, forget this. There are other places I can go. I can go other places and get completely drunk, blotto out of my mind, act the fool, and spend less money. Have we not seen Nashville? This is silly. So now they're offering up this limited time sale, which I believe ends today, the fabulous 5-day sale, which is how Matt Baer describes one of his yard sales. And yes, it ends today. Discounts on hotels, shows, dining, and other events. So, for example, the Bellagio, 25% off rooms, a $100 daily food and drink credit. The Venetian is 33% off the room and a $50 cocktail credit. Fontainebleau, which is up there at Fremont. Is the Fountain? No, that's Circa that's up there in Fremont. 20% off with no resort fees and a $50 daily dining credit with free parking. So, they're trying to get you back. Head on out. Let us know how it goes. Take pictures, because what happens in Vegas should be seen by us. Sometimes, depending. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
WIBC remembers Nancy Leonard.
I was always so honored to greet Slick and Nancy when they came down the tunnel, and I would always greet her as the First Lady, and she would smile and only the way she could and say, "Oh, Bill, you're just so nice to call me that." And I said, "Nancy, I call you that because it's true. You're the First Lady." It was never about Nancy. It was always about the Pacers and doing whatever she could to help make that a better franchise.
On behalf of WIBC, our listeners, and all of Indy, thank you, Nancy.
Don Fisher for QC Kinetics. I was struggling with chronic knee pain and wasn't encouraged with the options of risky surgery and pain pills. QC Kinetics offered the best option for me, cutting-edge regenerative medicine. Their non-invasive treatment stimulated my body's own biologics so I could be pain-free and get back to doing what I love, playing golf. QC Kinetics has a fantastic success rate, and it's clear to see why so many Hoosiers are happy to tell their story of how they reclaim their lives with the QC Kinetics approach. Ready to live your life pain-free? Go to qckinetics.com/Indianapolis or call 317-559-PAIN and get a no-obligation consultation. QC Kinetics uses the latest technologies, whether it's stem cell, PRP, plasma, or a number of other advanced therapies. Call QC Kinetics. It'll be the best call you will make. Get back in the game, whatever that is for you. Call 317-559-PAIN.
Whether it's the good food or the friendly mood, you can count on Indiana to never lose when it comes to tailgating. And we want to see you at every game. That's why Hubler's got you covered with the best warranty around. So kick off the season in a Hubler quality pre-owned vehicle. Right now, you can buy with zero down. Choose from over 2,000 cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, every Hubler Q-certified vehicle is covered by a 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Includes a 128-point vehicle inspection and a free Carfax history report. We'll pay top dollar for your trade. Bring Hubler your old car for an immediate appraisal. Zero down delivers, and Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles.
Hubler's got you covered.
Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 convenient locations.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
Seems like there's more identity theft in the news every day.
Another major healthcare breach was reported today, resulting in the exposure.
Now, 1 in 4 consumers have been a victim of identity.
That's because there are endless places that could accidentally expose you to identity theft, in a breach, or simply by mistake. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Matt Baer from the WIBC Traffic Center. He is the WIBC Traffic Center. What's going on?
All right, Tony, good news here on the east side. The ramp is reopened from westbound 72 northbound 465. We had that fuel spill last night. They have a cleanup. Still some workers out there, so be careful on your exit. But I just spoke with Indante at the first cars the morning are now going over that ramp, westbound 72, northbound 465, which is a very good thing. Also, all mainline lanes of northbound 465 at I-70 have reopened as well, so we're just about done over there. Everything is open. Still some workers out there, so please watch out for them. West side southbound 465 at the bottom of the exit to Sam Jones Expressway. That's a medical emergency. Might cost you a couple of seconds. Just please be careful making your exit. And northbound 65 on the south side, 6-minute delay, Keystone Avenue to the south split because of construction. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior designer. Visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We, right now, we're at 57 degrees? 55. 55 degrees. Oh, so close. In the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:46.
The Home and Garden Show hits the road again this week, and they're headed to the Atlanta New Earth Festival in Atlanta, Indiana. Join Pat Denny and the gang this Saturday from 9 till 1 in the center of Atlanta, just 7 miles north of Cicero and Morse Reservoir.
The 2-hour radio documentary For the Love of Slick, in the words of Bob and Nancy Leonard, is right there at WIBC.com, celebrating the life and legacy of Bobby Slick Leonard and Nancy Leonard, who passed away just earlier this week. Just go to WIBC.com and look under the specials tab, and that's where you will find it. You really should listen to it. Well done, as so many of the documentaries produced by the WIBC newsroom and WIBC team are, and I remain steadfast to this idea of a statue. If you want a banner in the rafters, put a banner in the rafters. You're not going to get me to say no. Two things can happen at the same time. Telethon to raise money for a statue of Slick and Nancy. This team doesn't exist without them. The Pacers admit this. We do this. And it's not that you even need to do a telethon. You're going to get the money in no time. It's not like you need $20 million to do this. I don't even know if you need $500,000 to do this. I really don't. What I know is that the key to what made them so beloved is that they came to this city and said, we need you. You can be a part of this. That's not, it wasn't, hey, these couple of people here with big checkbooks, they'll take care of it. No. We need this, and you can be a part of this is special stuff. And I think people want to be a part of something special. And considering the telethon that they had to save the Pacers took place in 1977, how about donations of $19.77? How about $1.97 from grade school kids all across the area just collecting their pennies? Whatever the case may be. I don't know how we're already not on this. I don't know of a radio station, of a radio group, of a television station, of a television group in the state of Indiana that won't say, I'm in. I don't get to speak for Urban One. Urban One is in. What are they going to do? Please. I'll get fired for other things. It won't be that. And if it is that, then it was one of the other things. We should be doing this. The statue to Slick and to Nancy, and should be a statue that's regular size, like their actual heights, where you can put your arm around it and take a picture with them, and the bronze eventually gets worn because so many people want to connect. Just telling you. And the telethon, phone staffed by the Pacers and by the Fever. It'll work. It'll work. And as the entertainment part of the telethon, Matt Bear shirtless. Also, Nigel shirtless. This would be like a before and after. I got a weird tweet because I think this person thinks they made a point. But it was it was interesting to show just this real lack of connection. Queen of Delight? I don't know who that is. And here is the tweet. In case this story didn't make it to WIBC, Indiana MAGA audience, are you a MAGA audience? Remember how Tony Katz said how wonderful Doge and Elon Musk were and how much money they would save taxpayers? Yeah, he lied, and Indiana Republicans, including Senator Banks, Senator Young, Governor Broad, and Todd Rokita, you pay. The story that this person connects to is a story about how the White House has had to rehire federal employees that were laid off by Doge. Why did this happen? The General Services Administration, as reported by the Associated Press, they manage government workspaces, has given these laid-off employees till the end of the week to accept or decline reinstatement. Those who accept have to report for duty on October 6th. So basically a 7-month paid vacation, which that's a waste of money. The GSA is saying that they've racked up some costs, high costs is how it's written in the Associated Press, to stay in dozens of properties whose leases it had slated for termination or were allowed to expire. And the statement is, ultimately, the outcome was the agency was left broken and understaffed. They didn't have the people they needed to carry out basic functions. So you're telling me that we need to hire these people back to deal with leases on properties we had for a staff that we didn't need? My argument is not that government is somehow not inefficient. I argue that government in most cases is indeed inefficient. The idea that the GSA in and of itself is not inefficient and therefore anything done by a group like Doge to cut the waste, fraud, and abuse is inefficient is a maddening concept. It is not surprising to me that government could get it wrong at first. Conceptually, this is everything I want, and the answer is faster, pussycat. We need to get rid of more of these nonsensical agencies, more of the bloat. We don't need all this office space. We don't, and we can prove it. But if indeed they move too quickly and there was a cost to it, that stinks. But it doesn't say to me we should get rid of Doge. It says to me the cost was being paid anyway. There's nothing about this story that says to me somehow the lease wouldn't exist. That's not what this seems to say. If you want to argue they cut too fast in too many places, I won't say no to that. If you want to argue that the cut shouldn't happen, I will say no to that. Your tweet does not change my point. It actually reinforces it. We have too much bloat. We have too much happening. Too many people that don't do enough things. And then we get into a position of, well, you can't cut it. Look at what you did. Look how much you wasted. That seems silly. It seems silly to think that the agency can never be changed because of the agency. The question remains, does the agency exist to serve the American citizen, or does the agency exist to serve the agency's existence? And if it is indeed the latter, no thanks. So that there was a problem? Okay, let's fix that. Let's not have that waste. That's a real issue. Let's now cut better and still cut the General Services Administration and a whole host of government programs and give the money back to the people where it damn well belongs. And not only will we get the money back, we will have more freedom and more liberty, because the less government you have, the better off you are. Thanks for the tweet, though. I appreciate it. Matt Bear's got traffic. What's up, Matt?
All right, looking at westbound 72, northbound 465 on the east side. Good news. That ramp is reopened. They're still out working on that fuel spill just a little bit, so watch out for the workers if you would, please. But that ramp is taking cars now, and you can now make your exit from westbound 72 northbound. Also, all three right lanes have reopened on northbound 465 from 70 up to Penn Pike on the east side, so we're in business over there. Now, northbound 65, that's a construction zone, so we are stop-and-go traffic from Keystone to the South Split. Traffic Traffic, sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. DrexelIN.com for your free interior design, or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. Matt Barrett, WIBC Traffic.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten. Classics are remixed. Bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code MEGA25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code MEGA25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code MEGA25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. And right now, save on new Toyota trucks with low APR financing, including 2025 Tacomas with 3.99%, or Tundras, just 1.75 APR for 72 months.
Hubler's got you covered.
At the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com. Grand opening savings and the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit, plus tax tag title license, 249 dealer doc. Tacoma monthly payment for 60 months, 1841, and Tundra 1464 per thousand financed. Expires 9/30.
Fall in Indy, and if you hate the paint, do what your neighbor Don did. He called Rhino Shield.
Well, the home was built in 1948. Paint on the aluminum siding was peeling, and I couldn't find anyone who would repaint it until I called Rhino Shield.
Rhino Shield's better than paint, and the crew?
Painted all my aluminum siding, and I've got a front porch that runs the whole length of the house, and all the pillars and everything. And once they were gone, I couldn't even tell that they were there.
With Rhino Shield's 25-year transferable warranty, you'll never have to paint your home again. And right now, you can have Rhino Shield for 15% off the regular price.
Well, I've told a lot of people, do the Rhino Shield. It's really a great product, and if you don't want to paint the house, that would be the way to go.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, at least 5 people shot across Indianapolis last night and into this morning. Why your commute may take a little bit longer this morning, and a Hoosier woman making her big screen debut this weekend after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It is 7 o'clock.
He's expected to surrender today. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Former FBI Director James Comey, who's defiant after being indicted, posting on Instagram he's innocent.
We will not live on our knees.
And you shouldn't either.
The president, in a Truth Social post, calls Comey one of the worst human beings in the country. The charges relate to Comey's testimony to Congress about the FBI investigation into the 2016 election and allegations of Trump campaign Russia collusion the president calls a hoax.
Comey is charged with obstruction and making false statements. President Trump last week pushed for the Justice Department to move forward with an indictment against Comey, demanding in a Truth Social post that justice be served now. Comey was FBI director when the Russia investigation was opened. He was fired just a few months into the first Trump term.
That's Fox's Gernal Scott. We're learning more about the gunman who shot at an immigration enforcement facility in Dallas, Texas this week, that he tracked ICE agents using an app. And Fox's Madeline Rivera reports.
Federal officials say the shooter spent months planning this attack that they say was meant to kill ICE agents. They say they found a collection of notes in 29-year-old Joshua John's house. The notes included a game plan of the attack, and he called ICE agents people showing up to collect a dirty paycheck.
No agents were shot, but 3 ICE detainees were. 1 died. John shot and killed himself. President Trump signed an order facilitating the sale of TikTok to American investors away from Chinese control to prevent a ban of the social media app mandated by law. Vice President Vance says
there was some resistance on the Chinese side, but the fundamental thing that we wanted to accomplish is that we wanted to keep TikTok operating, but we also wanted to make sure that we protected Americans' data privacy as required by law.
President Trump's going to impose more tariffs next month, this time targeting some imported pharmaceuticals, trucks, furniture, household products. And later this morning, he goes to the Ryder Cup in New York, which starts in about 10 minutes with the first matches, American golfers versus Europeans. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Shots fired in a body bag on the far east side. Clear radar, 56 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 79. There's a dense fog advisory in effect. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 7:02.
Talk it out. If you can't talk it out, use a mediator. If that's not going to work, walk away. Nothing's worth taking somebody's life over like this. It's definitely not worth
Indy
it.
Metro Police Captain Don Weilhammer speaking to reporters a couple of hours ago after a woman was shot and killed by her boyfriend in a neighborhood not far from 30th and Post Road. Police have not caught him yet. Multiple shootings happening overnight and early Friday across the Indianapolis area. 3 people shot at about 12 o'clock on the southeast side of Indy. They're all expected to survive. Meanwhile, Cumberland police say there was a home invasion at about 4:30 this morning. The homeowner shot a man. He's expected to survive, and they're still looking into this. You may want to give yourself a little bit of extra time this morning.
So right now we have a dense fog advisory out until 9 o'clock this morning for basically if you're near I-74 or north and east. So, you know, we're talking Crawfordsville, Indianapolis, Shelbyville, Greensburg, and north, especially across the northern tier of the region.
Alex McGinnis at the National Weather Service, Indianapolis, the dense fog advisory in effect until 9. It's an operation to fight crime called Operation Guardian. John Herrick reports on what the cops in and around Indy have been able to do so far.
116 people have been arrested in this operation. They're accused of drug offenses, weapons violations, and even 6 people are facing murder charges. Here's what FBI Indianapolis Special Agent in Charge Mike Eriks had to say on Thursday at a press conference.
We are not finished. The FBI and our partners working together will continue to target the violent offenders.
He says it's been a pleasure for the FBI to work with IMPD, state police, Homeland Security, and other agencies to find and arrest these people. They also seized things like gun conversion devices, meth, and fentanyl. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Indiana political leaders say they're teaming up to bring more federal health care dollars back to the state. Congressman Rudy Yoakum led the effort, gathering support from 10 of Indiana's 11 congressional members in a bipartisan letter to the Department of Health and Human Services. An Indianapolis woman is set to make her feature film debut this weekend in one battle after another. It's a new Warner Brothers release starring Leonardo DiCaprio, the action thriller written and directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. And Game 3 between the Indiana Fever and the Las Vegas Aces tonight in the WNBA semifinals. Aaliyah Boston says they've been getting a lot from the past 2 games.
I kind of think you look at both of them. You kind of see the way we played in Game 1 versus how we played in Game 2 and just make sure that we're a lot better, obviously, than Game 2. Don't really get hit and fall down. Or just continue to fight and keep ourselves in the game.
So what's at stake in this series is the series is tied at 1 game apiece, best of 5, first team to 3 wins goes to the WNBA Finals, and the tip-off is at 7:30 tonight. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 7:05. Traffic on the 5s. Good morning, Matt Bear.
What's up, Ryan? Looking at the east side, ramp reopened westbound 72, northbound 465. Last night there was a fuel spill, shut down the ramp, and most of it's cleaned up right now. There are still workers out there right now doing the remainder of the cleanup, but the ramp is taking cars. Again, it's westbound 70. To northbound of 465 ramp reopened. Also, the medical emergency cleared on the west side. It's at the bottom of the exit from southbound 465 to Sam Jones, and everything's all cleared up there. Northbound 65 south side stop and go Raymond into the south split because of road construction. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Foundation Service. Is water damaging your home? Contact Indiana Foundation Service to Basement Concrete Foundation experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at IndianaFoundationService.com. Licensed in all states where work is performed. I'm Matt Bear with Traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What are we doing?
Hey, good morning. We had a little bit of patchy fog across parts of Indiana this morning. We'll look for lots of sunshine into the afternoon with highs near 79. Mostly clear skies tonight. No problems on your Friday evening. We'll go with temps into the low and middle 50s. On Saturday, beautiful sunny skies, lower 80s, and then low and middle 80s on Sunday. Mostly sunny conditions continue, and then dry heading into next week as well, with those temps staying above normal in the lower 80s.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. Did you know it's National Chocolate Milk Day coming up?
I did not.
I think it's today. According to the reporting from your very network,
okay.
Wish TV, Kroger is offering a free half-gallon of Kroger brand chocolate milk to customers Friday and Saturday. I think it starts today at noon. I don't know if you need a coupon, whether digital or they've got paper coupons there, and you're like, I'd like my free chocolate milk, please, and then they'll hand it to you, and then you can bathe in it.
I love that. My daughter loves chocolate milk, so
right.
I'll have to check that out.
You know why?
She's gonna be
Because
very
your daughter is an American.
A what?
What? She's an American.
Merc. That is correct. Wow. Nailed it. Mm-hmm.
You've never said American?
Oh, yes, we do.
Just
America. Yep.
Can you say America?
Why are you going to let capture it and then save it for later?
No.
Yes. I am not your puppet. Listen. Stop it. Exactly.
All your Tara Hastings are now belong to us. That's what's going on here.
Happy Friday. I love it.
How about just one America?
America.
Nope, that sucked. We need to catch it naturally. We need a Tara Hastings in the wild. We cannot have a domesticated Tara Hastings. It's just not the same.
Ooh, okay.
So.
You guys are exhausting sometimes. Get off my lawn.
There it is.
Exactly.
There it is. Gotta go. We'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Tara
Bye-bye
Hastings,
now.
Wish TV meteorologist. Exhausting. We are the joy in people's lives. 55 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. I like to think so. The time is 7:09.
This hour powered by Price Point Comfort Heating and Cooling, your independent American Standard Air dealer.
As you heard in the top of the hour news, the report from John Herrick, news director for WIBC, 116 people arrested in Indianapolis, part of something called Operation Guardian. Did I say hello? Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. What is going on, everybody? It was state, local, federal partners making arrests over the last 2 weeks. These offenses include drug-related crimes, weapons violations, and murder. Good work. Recovering 29 crime guns, 3 machine gun conversion devices, 436 grams of methamphetamine, 15 fentanyl pills, over 5 pounds of cocaine. I was going to make a joke at it, but really I should not. Over $59,000 was recovered and 1 stolen vehicle. I mean, we've got the photos, including stacks of 100s that were under the carpet. It was under the padding. Criminals, we're going to look under the carpet, man. I'm just saying, you need to be thinking much better than that. People are going to look under the carpet. They're going to move the chair. It's the feds. They're going to do just that. So the full story is there at WIBC.com. Good on them. Glad to see the coordination. Glad to see the work. Hopefully it leads to safer streets. The question before us is, how much help was given by anybody in the local community to, hey, we've got a problem here? We still have this as an issue. We see the problems that happen in neighborhoods, and we don't have people willing to come out and say, this is an issue. We have to make this stop. We need help here. Fear, intimidation, lots of code, some nonsensical code. We do have these issues, and we need to break that cycle in order to break other cycles. So I don't know what assistance was given, but I'm very happy, if any assistance was given. But I'm happy to see this. The story at WIBC.com. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220. That's Tony Katz to 46220. Or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Everyone knows that PA Jewelers in Brownsburg is the place to get one-of-a-kind jewelry pieces. Diamonds, gold, gemstones, watches, everything. But PA Jewelers at the farmhouse is also the place to sell your jewelry, your watches, your coins, or bullion. PA Jewelers has the best prices and the best payouts. And they walk you through the process so you know what your pieces are worth and what you're getting. PA Jewelers at the farmhouse, 3750 South Green Street in Brownsburg, or online at pajewelers.jewelry. That's pajewelers.jewelry.
Of all the times to buy a new Lincoln, right now is the very best time at Tom Roush Lincoln. Get 0% APR for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Corsair, Nautilus, or Aviator. Plus get a $1,000 Tom Roush Trade Assist bonus. So come get that new Lincoln from Tom Roush Lincoln, where our family's been serving yours for over 53 years.
36-month, 10,000-mile per year lease. 2,500 due at signing. No security deposit required. All offers subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details. Ends 9/30/25.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Serving in the military requires great sacrifices, not just for one's country, but also for one's family. Not surprisingly, divorce for soldiers is especially difficult, and it raises a number of challenges that are peculiar to military divorce, things such as deployments, relocation, retirement benefits. These issues can be complicated. So if you're a soldier facing such challenges, go to CordellCordell.com.
101 West Ohio, Indianapolis. CordellCordell.com.
Traffic on the 5s, Matthew Baer. WIBC Traffic Center, what's happening?
What's up, Tony? Looking at the south side, northbound 65 slow before Raymond into the south split because of construction. Also on the south side, eastbound 465 slows from Emerson Avenue to Arlington Avenue. Ramp reopened on the east side, westbound 72, northbound 465 is shut down last night because of a fuel spill. Now we still have workers out there finishing up to clean up, but you can now make your exit. You're available to do that from westbound 72, northbound 465. Also, dense fog advisory until 9 a.m. Traffic sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders. Eli Manning reminds you there's nothing like football on King's Hawaiian Sliders. King's Hawaiian Sliders make you a winner on game day. Pick them up this weekend at the bakery or deli section of your grocery store. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Telling you right now, you make some King's Hawaiian Sliders, Matt Bear will beat your tailgate.
Oh, I'll run the tailgate. I'll cook them.
That's true. If King's Hawaiian wants to sponsor a tailgate, Matt Bear will lead the tailgate, and he will serve King's Hawaiian Sliders.
Have you ever had a King's Hawaiian Slider before?
Have I had a King's Hawaiian Slider? I don't know. Am I an American?
It's divine.
Not only will Matt Bear be there, I will personally cook the sliders, King's Hawaiian. It's your move.
Hot damn, let's go.
It's your move, King's Hawaiian. Woo! Do you want Matt Bear serving your sliders? Or are you not Americans? Simple question. It's a simple question. Let's go. King's Hawaiian, Matt Bear. There is no better conversation. There is no better connection. There is no better team in all of America.
That's a damn good ad.
Yeah, I tried to get Payday to pay you, and I couldn't do it.
Well.
Now I'm trying with King's Hawaiian. King's Hawaiian, delicious.
And I love Eli Manning.
Does he do King's Hawaiian commercials?
Eli Manning says King's Hawaiian Sliders remind you nothing like football.
Right.
He's in on it. He's in on the thing. So,
right.
Money.
Peyton Manning probably eats Wonder Bread. Ha! Ha!
Eats Papa John's pizza.
King's Hawaiian. That's what Eli would eat, and that's a winner who managed to stay with the same team for 2 Super Bowl wins. Wow. Wow,
Dark.
hold on. I could just feel the firing from here.
Dark.
I'm trying, Matt. I'm really trying for you.
Thank you.
But the Matt Bear King's Hawaiian Slider tailgate would be the greatest tailgate in the history of mankind.
It would be I'd bring a dozen for everybody. And you can't leave until you eat a dozen.
No, you can't leave till you eat a dozen.
Yeah.
Can't leave till... That'd be our tagline. Can't leave till you eat a dozen.
Must eat the whole dozen King's Hawaiian Sliders.
Right. Yeah. Right. Right?
I think it's yummy.
Honestly, pictures of Matt Bear in muscle shirts, body by King's Hawaiian.
Yeah, I was thinking I might be covered in King's Hawaiian Sliders too, but that's not for here right now.
Right.
We'll iron out the
like
details.
Your Varsity Blues.
Yeah. Nice pull.
I'm there for you, kitten. Your move, King's Hawaiian. It's 55 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. We'll just say that it is. The time is 7:18. Getting ready for the popcorn moment. Brought to you by Booher Remodeling, B-O-O-H-E-R, BooherRemodeling.com. If it's inside your 4 walls, Booher Remodeling is the call. Their 5-step design process makes redoing your kitchen, your bathroom, your basement, any room in the house just so easy, because it starts with that initial consultation, which is free. You can call them right now, 317-852-5546, and they will come talk to you, show them what you're thinking about. They're actually coming out to my place. It's time to take care of some kitchen issues, and they will talk to you about what it is you're trying to get accomplished. Understanding you is step number 1. Everything flows from that. And from there, you can get to a design, an idea. What about this? We can do that. Do you want to try this? And when you have settled on the idea, then boom, the construction begins. And you know it's happening every single day with Booher Remodeling, serving Central Indiana for over 20 years. So there's no stress. You know how it's going to happen. You know when everything's going to be done. And just like that, like clockwork, they take care of everything. And you've got a whole new kitchen. And you've got your life just on top speed. ladies and gentlemen. Cruise control, to give another traffic analogy kind of thing there. The point is, you've got the kitchen you want, and you've got the value in your home you've been looking for. Talk to Boer Remodeling today. 317-852-5546. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-852-5546. Boer Remodeling, 852-5546, or online at Boer, BOOHER, BoerRemodeling.com. The popcorn moment. Let's go. It's a story you need to hear to believe, then grab your popcorn because there is more. Also, you can text in to the show. You can text WIBC. What do you text it to 317-239-9393? Is that what you do? You text WIBC, and the next thing you know, you're texting us, and we see them. We see them right there. And then also you can text in what bumper music you want producer Carl might play. That can happen as well. I have a lot of audio. But this Comey indictment, James Comey indicted, lying to Congress. That's the statement. That's the indictment. Lying to Congress and obstruction. Well, I would argue he did lie. I think that's pretty easy to see. Pretty easy to understand. Jonathan Turley, George Washington University Law, was there on Fox News as this happened. His take?
Thank you. All right, let's go ahead now and bring in Jonathan Turley, professor at George Washington University Law School. A lot of people anticipated this coming in light of everything that the president has said and indicated lately, as well as the DOJ. We don't know the charges yet, but we know that there is an indictment. What do you make of it?
Well, this has been an extraordinary few days. The president issued a social media posting in which he seemed to pressure indictments against individuals, including Comey. That was then withdrawn. We also heard reports that prosecutors opposed going to the grand jury, that they didn't feel that there was a case to be made here. And now, of course, we have what appears to be an indictment. It is a seismic event. I mean, you're talking about a former director of the FBI. And there have been long allegations that Comey was a leaker. If you recall, the Inspector General's report was scathing with regard to Comey's conduct. Comey removed FBI documents, including classified information, when he was fired. And the Inspector General went after him, but it did not find that he specifically leaked that to the New York Times. But this could be a perjury case as opposed to a leak case.
Now, he said this before he knew what the indictment was for, obstruction and of lying. So one could argue that when he discusses perjury, that's where he's at. When we see that there are people within these institutions, well, we don't think this is going to work, so we're not going to bring the charges. We've seen this every which way. We saw this from the special counsel Robert Hur, last name H-U-R, regarding Joe Biden. Well, we would bring charges regarding the classified documents, but a jury would see him as an elderly man with a poor memory. Wait, did he do it or not? Did he have the documents or not? Did he commit a crime or not? So I would even say to Jonathan Turley there, I'm not discounting that point, that they would look at it and say, we don't think there's enough here. We're not sure we can make this stick. That's about whether or not they are going to be able to get the conviction, as opposed to whether or not we should be looking at the crime committed. And this is where Americans say, how is this possible? That for these people over here, it's always, it's not worth the time. But for these people over here, there's no amount of money you can't spend to try and destroy them. This is where people lose faith. Is the prosecutor's job to say, well, I only prosecute people who I can find guilty? Because if that's the case, it's not actually prosecution. Isn't that in and of itself selective? There is a crime that is committed. We have this evidence. Our job is to prosecute the crime. Because if we're going to say, I have this evidence, but it's not worth it to me, then every prosecutor in the DOJ is nothing more than Ryan Mears. So Jonathan Turley's reaction here, I think, really is his point is valid. I'm not actually upset with Mr. Turley, but rather I think it is the thing that most upsets Americans, where you get into, my gosh, there really are two Americas. These people get charged, these people don't. These people can get away with anything. You can't jaywalk without spending time in jail. It is frustrating. It's frustrating and it's upsetting. I think that the Catherine Herridge reporting discusses how Comey lied and did actually speak with reporters and leak things to reporters. But here it is. I can't start an investigation. I can't stop an investigation. I won't get worked up about an investigation. James Comey will surrender himself today. And then we see what happens next. Matt Baer has traffic on the 5s from the WIBC Traffic Center. What's going on, Matt?
Yeah, Tony, looking at inbound 69, stop and go, 106th Street, 282nd, delay 3 minutes. South side, northbound 65, slow after Keystone Avenue into the south split. That's a work zone, and a delay of 3 minutes. On the east side, northbound 465, slow spin bike up to East 56, and southbound 65 on the south side. Watch out for this. We do have stop and go traffic before Keystone Avenue, down to the 465 interchange, and we are keeping an eye on that. Dense fog advisory until 9 a.m. this morning. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design, or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
This afternoon on the Hammer and Nigel Show, we will show you why we are the #1 rated afternoon drive show in the city of Indianapolis, because we're going to drink beer on the air. It's Beer Sample Friday. Let's go.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down.
Don't let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive helps protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national-level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Capvaxive does not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit merckhelps.com. Sponsored by Merck.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. And right now, save on new Toyota trucks with low APR financing, including 2025 Tacomas with 3.99%, or Tundras, just 1.75 APR for 72 months.
Hubler's got you covered.
At the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com. Grand opening savings and the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit, plus tax tag title license, 249 dealer doc. Tacoma monthly payment for 60 months, 1841, and Tundra 1464 per thousand financed. Expires 9/30.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov or text Tony Katz to 46220 today.
Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go.
Friendly reminder to change your filter. Head on over to our website at familyhvac.net for some of the best pricing on filters around.
Family Heating and Air is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
It's Terry Stacy. How many of you started the year with good intentions of losing weight and getting in shape by spring? Well, if you didn't hit that goal, Exercise Inc. can help. Exercise Inc. has been helping people get stronger, build muscle, lose weight, and transform their health for over 20 years. The program works, and guess what? It only takes 20 minutes a week. Their unique training method was developed in an osteoporosis research study to help prevent bone mineral loss in older women. The women in the study ended up getting very strong in a short amount of time. When the method was applied to normal, healthy adults, both men and women got a lot stronger. Their Simple 9 nutritional program has helped their clients lose over 37,000 pounds since 2013, and they've seen clients lower their blood pressure, improve their blood sugar, and get off prescription meds. Their coaches are professional. Their gyms are private. Get started now before summer gets here. Locations in Avon, Brownsburg, Fishers, Greenwood, and Zionsville. Change your life in 20 minutes a week. Go to exerciseinc.com.
A person was killed and 2 others critically wounded.
93 WIBC.
Gunman opened fire. The FBI calls it a targeted attack.
We saw those shell casings and we saw the monstrous actions.
Another update.
The rifle, a bolt-action German model,
is just minutes away.
Or be banned in the U.S. President calling for arrests to be made. Called the incident absolutely sabotage.
Hear the news.
Police say he killed somebody when he was driving drunk.
Legally asking, what are you afraid of?
On air, online, and on Alexa. 93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Renewing his commitment to the death penalty. Clear radar, 58 degrees on Monument Circle, going up to 79. We have a dense fog advisory in effect for the next 90 minutes. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and here's what's trending at 7:31. President Donald Trump signed an executive order yesterday to more strictly enforce the death penalty in Washington, D.C.
And people come in from Iowa to look at the Lincoln Memorial and they end up getting killed. It doesn't happen anymore. It's not going to happen. And if it does happen, it's the death penalty for the person that did it.
And the order directs the Attorney General and U.S. Attorney for D.C. to seek the death penalty wherever possible.
Not only are we seeking it in Washington, D.C., but all over the country again. And as you saw very recently, we are now moving the inmates who were on death row, who Joe Biden or the auto pen commuted their sentences off of death row.
Attorney General Pam Bondi, former FBI Director James Comey says his heart is broken for the Department of Justice after a grand jury indicted him on 2 felony counts.
Somebody that I love dearly recently said that fear is the tool of a tyrant. And she's right, but I'm not afraid. And I hope you're not either.
Speaking on his Instagram account Thursday, he could go to jail for 5 years if he is convicted on these charges. He's supposed to turn himself in today. The Center for Christian Virtue is dedicating its annual gala in Cleveland to Charlie Kirk.
The Center for Christian Virtue moving ahead with one of its largest annual events tonight that draws faith and political leaders from across the country during its annual gala in Cleveland, with its new focus on honoring the legacy of Charlie Kirk, who was scheduled to deliver the keynote address prior to his assassination earlier this month. Organizers say they hope the event will inspire guests to continue carrying Charlie Kirk's mission forward, to inspire young conservatives with Charlie's work, Charlie's message, and Charlie's fearlessness. Jeff Manasso, Fox News.
If you need to gas up in Indianapolis this morning, expect to pay about $3.10 on the average for regular unleaded, says AAA. In sports on WIBC, playoff basketball is back at Gainbridge Fieldhouse as the Indiana Fever host the Las Vegas Aces in Game 3 of the WNBA semifinals. This series is tied at a game apiece.
Every game requires a different version of ourselves. Every game, it's heightened intensity. Every game, it's better execution. Every game, it's different kind of mentality.
Indiana head coach Stephanie White.
Game 1 was one way for us, and Game 2 was different. We didn't meet their physicality. We didn't meet their intensity. We didn't meet that mentality. You know, Vegas has been here before.
Tip-off at 7:30. Coverage on 93.5 and 107.5. The Fan with John Nolan goes off at 7. The Indianapolis Colts take their 3-0 record Sunday on the road to L.A. to play the Rams.
You got to stay committed. You got to stay disciplined. But you also have to have that mindset.
especially with physical teams.
Indy running back Jonathan Taylor reflecting on his hot start after back-to-back AFC Offensive Player of the Week honors. Sunday's kickoff, 4:05. Indiana Pacers general manager Chad Buchanan spoke Thursday about guard Tyrese Halliburton, who tore his ACL in Game 7 of the NBA Finals.
He's going through the typical rehab procedure with an Achilles, which can be kind of monotonous and tedious, but it's part of the long-term, growth of getting yourself back healthy. But he's doing great.
And Halliburton is done for the season. He signed 317 pairs of his new shoe, Puma, downtown yesterday at a pop-up event along Pennsylvania Avenue. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 7:35, traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Bear.
All right, looking at a crash reported at southbound 65 approaching to 465 interchange has us backed up to South Keystone Avenue. Then northbound 65 slows from Edgewood Avenue up to 465 because of construction. And the same with northbound 65 before Raymond into the south split. That is a construction zone with stop-and-go traffic. Southbound 6570 slow from Fletcher down to the south split. Inbound 69, 4-minute delay, 116th to 82nd. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Thank you, Matt Bear. Thank you. 55 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:36.
Whenever I'm out wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen.
Today on the marketplace. All right, I'll ask the question that America has been asking for years. Who wants to see Matt Bear DJ a rave?
Huh?
Who wants to see Matt Bear DJ a rave?
Well, for the audiences, we never talk about these things before we get on the air, but I'd be happy to do the rave. Yeah. Glow sticks the whole thing, man. Yeah, I would love to. You're not asking me if I want to. I would, though.
During downtime, when I'm clearing my head, getting ready for what's next on the show, I find myself on Facebook Marketplace. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Cool stuff, odd stuff, weird stuff, strange stuff. It is all there on the Marketplace. I bring it to you, the Marketplace segment, brought to you by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It is your cash. Go get it. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's fast, it's easy, it's free, and it is. It's your money. It's not free money. It's your money waiting for you. Go to IndianaUnclaimed.gov, or you can text my name, Tony, to 46220 to get the whole process started. Text Tony to 46220. Right now, it's sitting with the Attorney General's office. It could be sitting in your pocket. Matt Bear, Todd Rokita, DJing a rave.
Oh, wow. The plot thickens.
The plot does thicken. Matt Bear.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of a silent rave?
No.
Okay, so here's what happens. The people in the crowd, people show up for a rave, right? They're going to dance and have a good time, and everyone's completely sober, Matt.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely.
Also, the Supporting Sobriety podcast, available wherever it is you get your podcast.
I am a recovering addict.
Right? It's Matt Bear, and it's Ryan Hedrick, and it's no joke, and it's very good, and you should give it a listen. And I always feel awkward when I do these kinds of things, but here we are. So a silent rave is where everybody who's there to dance is wearing headphones. And the DJ is playing the music, but you don't hear it through these massive speakers. It's only in people's ears. So if you're watching from the outside, it's just these hundreds of people dancing like freaks. You don't hear any music.
Wow, that sounds completely counterintuitive.
This is a silent sound system, a set of 50 silent DJ headphones, and 3 transmitters.
Wow. Okay. What am I going to do with this if I'm not having a silent rave?
I honestly am not 100% sure what you're going to do with this if you're not having the silent rave. I actually don't know what else you could use it for. According to this, with the included transmitters, DJs can easily communicate with each other and with the audience. while performing. 3 transmitters allow for 3 separate channels to be played over the headphone unit.
I've got it.
And participants choose their listening experience. So, for example, we could have an audience where your channels are me, right? Tony Katz. You can have Kendall and Casey, or you can have Hammer and Nigel. And you can choose what you want to listen to.
Damn
right?
it, if it's
I
my
feel
rave,
bad for,
you got to put
bad
traffic
for Kendall
on.
and Casey and Hammer and Nigel. No one's going to listen to them, but that's not the point. Point is 3 channels, 3 listening experiences. You say, Matt Bear.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're going to have 3 channels and none of them has traffic and it's my rave, I don't think that's fair.
Right. Traffic rave.
Traffic, you just have 1 channel that's road conditions. People will love it. And they'll want to dance in a sexy manner to it, I promise.
Do the pothole.
Yeah, they will do the pothole. I love that. It will be bumping and grinding while you do the pothole.
Brought to you by King's Hawaiian.
Pun intended. Pun intended.
Is that rave making you hungry? King's Hawaiian. We're trying to get you the deal, Matt. We really are.
There's going to be a King's Hawaiian buffet. And
you can get this box of 50 headphones and the transmitters for $2,500.
Boy, for a lifetime of fun, I'd pay it. Yeah, here's what we do. We have that Christmas party you're talking about.
Right.
Except we have a Christmas party rave, and we just commandeer somebody's round barn like in northern Indiana and just go and set it up, have the rave, have the Christmas party. Boom! Happy holidays, everybody.
And by the way, I am serious about the Christmas party, but what if we made it a Christmas movie?
Oh, hey, I have ideas for that. My parents buy me like a BB gun, and I shoot my eye out.
Wait, is this the same mom who's a car?
Yeah. Don't make fun of my mother, the car, all right?
I'm telling you, people, you have to listen to the whole show from beginning to end to understand anything that's going on
now
here.
You got my temperature up because my mother may be a car, but she's not one to make fun of just because she is a car.
So you're saying no to the headphones for $2,500?
I'm saying yes to the headphones for $2,500.
That's my man.
Woo! This is a lifetime of joy here. All the raves you can have with your 23 kids. Let's go. Let's get it done.
Everything from the marketplace is available at WIBC.com. We've got the full listing there, so you can check it out for yourself. You should do that immediately, if not sooner. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Indianapolis, number 2 among 2025's hottest markets, real estate markets, according to Zillow. Home values have risen. They're holding strong. It's a great time to sell. You want to hire the team with proven systems to maximize your equity. You need to talk to Mark Dietel. Sell your home with Mark Dietel. Perhaps you're worried about, you got a growing family, you're working from home, you need more space. What are you going to do? Mark Dietel is the only real estate expert trusted and recommended with the sale of your home. Mark Dietel guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. You just pick your move date. There are no long-term contracts, and you can cancel at any time. Dan and Casey in Indianapolis said it was time to downsize, and we needed to sell our old house quickly at full value. Mark Dietel made it happen. We got our asking price in a few weeks without any repairs or an appraisal. Call the local Indianapolis agent, trusted and recommended, the agent who guarantees your home sold or he will buy it. That is Mark Dietel. Talk to Mark right now. 317-755-4232. Get all the details or go online to markdietel.com. That's Mark Dietel, Dietel, markdietel.com.
WIBC remembers Nancy Leonard.
There was no greater supporter of Slick, as everybody knows, than Nancy. She was the queen of the Pacers.
The Leonard pairing, they both made each other so much better in so many, many ways.
There is an obligation to celebrate the gift that Nancy Leonard has given to this city.
On behalf of WIBC, our listeners, and all of Indy, thank you, Nancy.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hi, I'm Dustin, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. I know finding a dream engagement ring can be overwhelming, but don't worry, we got you. As director of diamond sourcing, it's my job to make sure every single diamond at Shane Company is truly the best of the best. Our team travels the world to see diamonds up close, in person. We handpick each one for its unique fire, brilliance, and scintillation. Diamond buying is an art. Of course, we look at cut, color, clarity, and carat, known as the 4 C's, but that's not all. We also look at how each diamond looks on a hand, where it will be worn, how it makes you feel, and if it's worthy of a Shane Company customer. That type of expertise only comes from working for a company that's been a family business since 1929. We also think about your budget. We only pick the best in each grade in all shapes and sizes. Your diamond is guaranteed to be the most beautiful because a friend wants you to pick from only the best. Drop by your store or shaneco.com and see for yourself. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Baer, WIBC Traffic Center. What's happening?
Inbound 69, 16-minute delay from 106 down to 465. And then southbound 65 on the south side. Crash reported approaching 465. Traffic backed up to South Keystone Avenue at a delay of 11 minutes. Northbound 65 on the south side. 5-minute delay from Keystone Avenue up to the south split. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Matt Baer on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
55 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. At the time is 7:46.
Save big at the season-ending fall sale at Sundown Gardens. Herbaceous perennials 30 to 50% off. Pottery 50% off. 186th Street and Spring Mill Road in Westfield.
Eli Manning reminds you there's nothing like football and King's Hawaiian Sliders. King's Hawaiian Sliders make you a winner on game day. Pick them up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your grocery store.
Head online to the contest page at WIBC.com and enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra Thursday, December 4th at Gainbridge Fieldhouse.
There's a weird story involving Serena Williams. And this is a story about sensitivities. In the end, anytime we react to something, someone's going to say to us, "Oh, you're so sensitive." Happens all the time in a lot of different places. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. I think that being sensitive to all things all the time I don't think that you should live your life that way, looking for reasons to be angry, looking for reasons to be upset. The story about Serena Williams, tennis player Serena Williams, it was from the Daily Mail. She was at a hotel in New York. She was there for some promotion. She was walking down the hallway of a hotel, and I guess she was recording it, making some video, as people do. And she walks by a cotton plant, right? There's like a small table, buffet table, whatever you want to call it, in the hallway, and they've got flowers on it. And this is a cotton plant. And Serena Williams walks by it and says, "How do we feel about cotton as decoration? Personally, for me, it doesn't feel great." At that moment, I stop. And I say to myself, if the decoration on the table was a slab of bacon, it wouldn't bother me in the slightest. If the decoration was Egyptian, going back to the story of Passover, it wouldn't bother me in the slightest. I don't know what I'm supposed to take of this. Your cotton, as in picking cotton, as in the slave trade, and that, I would argue there's such a thing as wanting it. If someone sent her a cotton plant and said, "Thought you'd enjoy this," that could be taken as, whoa. That's gross. Cotton is not the problem. Cotton is not the enemy. Cotton is not triggering. Can I ask what clothing you wear? The idea that you would walk into a hotel hallway and be like, oh my gosh, I don't feel great. It doesn't feel great. No, it's just a plant. The plant did absolutely nothing to you. And the plant, in and of itself, has no symbolism in that regard. I don't think there's anything wrong with it as decoration. By the way, I don't have any problem with slabs of bacon as decoration either. I don't have any issue with Egyptian decorations. Dear Lord, I never asked anybody to take down the Luxor in Vegas. The concept of sensitivity is not that we don't have these moments where we're like, oh, that's ugly. Oh my God. And it hits you the wrong way and rubs you the wrong way. I don't argue against that. It's the idea of now we go and have to share that to the world. I always find it weird to have these conversations considering the position that I'm in. If someone said something that you were like, man, I think that's ugly, I think it's well all right to say so. This was a decoration here. In the chat room, a troll says, bold stance, Tony. It's not a question of bold stance. It's a question of these are the things that people are experiencing every day. Not, oh my gosh, look at this thing in the hallway of a hotel, but rather look at these people telling me that somehow I need to be with them in all this anger, outrage, frustration, etc. No, you don't. Because the plant, Serena, is not outrageous. It's not. This is not an argument about slavery. This is an argument about the plant. Doesn't make you feel great. I never once walked past the sauerkraut and said, I don't like seeing that German writing. Because I don't think that's a sense of control. And yet everybody, everywhere, all the time. I mean, this was just one story. And I think if she wants to be bothered by it, she can be. I don't think anybody should be now reaching into being bothered by it. And this is the problem, that everybody becomes bothered by something, and somehow you have to do something about all the things that people are bothered about. No, you don't. No, you don't. If I'm bothered by something someone says, it doesn't mean that anybody else has to do anything about it. In the slightest. The fundamental flaw that I think that we are experiencing is that there is a vocalization that is expected to elicit some level of response. It's supposed to somehow get you some level of connectivity. And how many things are done for that purpose? Did she come to us and say, aren't you outraged by this? No, she didn't. She didn't, as I know the video, she didn't say, aren't you outraged by this? But how do we feel about cotton as a decoration? Personally, for me, it doesn't feel great. She was there in New York. As I said, she was doing a promotion for a clothing brand called Skims, which is Kim Kardashian, which, according to some sources, utilizes cotton in the clothing. Now, is that the correct response? I think the correct response is don't let everything drive you nuts. I don't know. You tell me what you think. Twitter X at Tony Katz, Tony at TonyKatz.com. Be curious. Where are you? Matt Bear's got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
All right, Tony. It's just coming in. We had a crash southbound 65 at 465. Crash blocking the right lane. Stop and go traffic back to Raymond Street. And now I'm told we have a ramp closed on the south side. It is southbound 65 to 465. Okay. So we're keeping an eye on this. We'll have more for you coming up at 8:05, but watch for a lot of activity right now going southbound 65 at 465. Please be careful and take your time. Right now, traffic is jammed past South Keystone Avenue, not quite to Raymond Street. Northbound 65, stop and go before Raymond into the South Split construction. Traffic sponsored by Aleve. Traffic and body pain can slow you down, but don't let the pain stop you. With just one pill, Aleve provides up to 12 hours of pain relief so you can keep moving. Use as directed. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, Pat Sullivan here. If you love to grill, you're going to love this. The brand new Grill Palace is now open at Sullivan Hardware and Garden. It's packed with the best names in grilling: Big Green Egg, Napoleon, Gosney, Traeger, and Yoder Smokers. Plus accessories galore and custom outdoor kitchens by Challenger Design that will turn your backyard into a grill master's paradise. And at the Grill Palace, we don't just sell grills, we show you how to master them. Stop by our demo kitchen for free advice and samples fresh off the grill. Here's what makes it even better. The tent sale is going on right now. That means you can complete the backyard of your dreams. Get your new grill at the Grill Palace, then grab a brand new patio set at 40 to 60% off. The best deals of the season. It's all waiting for you at the Grill Palace grand opening and patio furniture tent sale, only at Sullivan Hardware and Garden, 71st and Keystone. I'll see you there.
It's football season. The air is crisp, the stakes are high, and every winning team has one thing in common: a solid game plan. The same goes for retirement. You need a clear strategy, smart play calling, and a team who knows the field. At Howard Bailey Financial, we help you prepare for the long game, anticipating challenges, protecting your lead, and calling the right plays when it matters most. Because, let's face it, retirement isn't a pickup game. It's the championship round, and you don't want to wing it. Get off the sidelines and into the huddle. Text PLAY to 888-494-5004 to download your free retirement toolkit. That's PLAY to 888-494-5004. Howard Bailey Financial, because every great retirement deserves a game-winning drive. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. See disclosures at howardbailey.com.
At Community Health Network MD Anderson Cancer Center, we're here to support you every way we can. From answering your questions to helping coordinate appointments.
The whole team has been phenomenal there. They've made me feel like I'm a family member. I get hugs every time I go in. It's been such a blessing that the great care I've received has been so close to home.
Learn more about Community MD Anderson at ecommunity.com/cancer.
Come celebrate the 52nd Annual New Earth Festival September 27th and 28th in historic Atlanta, Indiana. Free admission and over 600 vendors offering handmade arts, crafts, antiques, and collectibles. Free entertainment all weekend with 6 live bands, plus a free kids zone with 5 bounce houses. Plus culinary delights to tempt your taste buds all weekend. You can skip the drive and arrive in style on the Nickel Plate Express train. Visit AtlantaIndiana.com for more information. That's AtlantaIndiana.com. Central Indiana knows tough, but your water shouldn't be. Indiana ranks among the hardest water in the country, and your home is paying the price. Connecticut's non-electric technology means no timer, settings, or headaches, just water that works, even when the power doesn't. And the twin tank design means clean, soft water 24/7. Connecticut water softeners are the solution, made in the U.S. Visit ConnecticutIndy.com and mention Made in the U.S. for an additional $250 off your purchase of a softener. Connecticut, American-made, Midwest tough.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recycler Studio, shots fired and homicide detectives near 30th and Post Road this morning. What IMPD's top cop is saying about an operation that involved the FBI, and why basketball fans were willing to line up around the block downtown yesterday after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1, Indianapolis. It's 8 o'clock.
He's a corrupt, dirty cop. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. President Trump just posted that on Truth Social about the FBI director he fired in 2017, the morning after James Comey was indicted. The president also wrote that Comey told a very serious and far-reaching lie for which a very big price must be paid.
My family and I have known for years that there are costs to standing up to Donald Trump.
Comey posted that on Instagram saying he's innocent. Let's have a trial. He'll surrender today and be arraigned next month.
Comey faces a 2-count indictment, including charges of giving false statements and obstruction of a congressional proceeding. Both alleged crimes relate to Comey's testimony during a Senate Judiciary Committee hearing back in 2020, which focused on the investigation into ties between Russia and President Donald Trump's 2016 campaign.
Fox's Chanley Painter. Democrats condemned the indictment. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries called it a disgraceful attack on the rule of law. FBI Director Kash Patel just posted on X accusations the FBI is politicizing law enforcement come from the same bankrupt media that sold the world on Russiagate. We're learning more about Joshua John, the gunman who shot at an immigration enforcement facility in Dallas, Texas Wednesday. Investigators say he planned it for months and targeted agents. And ICE Associate Director Marcos Charles says John also had been tracking them using apps.
The media has been amplifying these apps even as we warned them it would only lead to more attacks on law enforcement.
No agents were shot, but 3 ICE detainees were. One was killed, and then John shot and killed himself. President Trump's ready to impose even more tariffs on more imports. Posting on Truth Social, it'll be a 100% charge on pharmaceuticals, but drug companies building manufacturing plants in the U.S. will be exempt. He's also putting tariffs on some trucks, upholstered furniture, and household products like kitchen cabinets and bathroom vanities. And in a few hours, he'll leave the White House, go to New York to attend golf's Ryder Cup that's already underway this morning. Americans versus Europeans. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Gunshots, flashlights, and a zipper bag. You have a cloudy sky, but a clear radar. 57 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 79 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:02. A woman is dead after being shot early this morning on Indy's Far East Side.
IMPD officers responding to an apartment complex at around 3:20 where they found a woman shot. She later died at a hospital. IMPD Captain Don Weilhammer says shots came after the woman and her boyfriend got into an argument.
Talk it out. If you can't talk it out, use a mediator. If that's not going to work, walk away. Nothing's worth taking somebody's life over like this. It's definitely not worth it.
Police are still looking for a suspect in that shooting, which was one of 3 from Thursday night into Friday morning around Indianapolis. At least 4 people were injured in 2 other shootings. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The person who murdered that woman has still not been caught, but Indy police say they did make plenty of arrests during a sweep. Try 116 of them. IMPD Chief Chris Bailey.
And the crimes they're accused of are serious. Everything from drug trafficking and weapons violations, and at least 6 people arrested for murder.
And police say the sweep didn't just involve arrests. It also turned up 29 illegal guns, 3 machine gun converters, over 5 pounds of coke, nearly a half kilo of meth, 15 fentanyl pills, and $60,000. Dense fog is affecting parts of central Indiana this morning, especially near I-74 and areas to the north and east.
Upper Wabash Valley, Lafayette, Kokomo, Muncie, those spots to the north of Indianapolis is where some of that cooler air is coming in, and we have had some much lower visibilities and dense fog along the riverbeds.
Forecaster Alex McGinnis at the National Weather Service.
Lack of visibility, and technically if it's dense fog, it's the visibility is under a quarter mile. What's actually could be more dangerous is if the visibility changes quickly, like maybe you're driving along on your commute and there's not much fog at all. Then all of a sudden you go over a creek and you can't see anything.
And he says the fog will burn off in about an hour. Indiana Pacers guard Tyrese Halliburton's new shoe was released by Puma yesterday.
I think they're $130.
Yeah? Are you guys willing to pay that?
Probably not. I mean, I love Tyrese Halliburton. I've been a Pacers fan since I was like 11 or 12. It's been a dream of mine to meet a Pacer like this before, so I'm super stoked to meet him.
And that man speaking to WIBC at a pop-up event downtown where the line stretched a block and a half for more than 4 hours. It's an event that organizers call a celebration of community and Hoosier spirit, right, Terry Stacy?
Matt Lee with the Night Owl Country Band would love to see you this weekend at the 57th Hope Heritage Days in Hope, Indiana.
We get 10 to 20,000 people through Hope, Indiana during this weekend. Got a lot of great music, got a lot of different things going on in town, and the parade is one of the biggest parades in Indiana. You can bring your friends, your family, your appetite, and your lawn chair and join us all weekend long in Hope, Indiana.
The fun starts today, goes through Sunday. HopeHeritageDays.org for details. Terry Stacy, WIBC Mobile News.
Also happening today, the WNBA semifinals, Game 3. Indiana Fever, Las Vegas Aces series tied at 1 tip-off downtown at 7:30. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 8:05, traffic on the 5s. What are you watching, Matt Bear?
Right now, Ryan, it's a ramp that's closed, a big-time ramp from southbound 65 to 465. It's because of a stall. Very tight exit you're making from southbound to 465, that one lane closed right now because of that stalled vehicle. So this is causing a delay right now back to Raymond Street. The northbound 65 slows after Southport Road up to 465. Inbound 69 stop-and-go traffic, a 6-minute delay from 106 to 465. Traffic sponsored by Aleve. Traffic and body pain can slow you down, but don't let the pain stop you. Just one pill. Aleve provides up to 12 hours of pain relief so you can keep moving. Use as directed. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What's going on?
Hey, good morning. We do have that dense fog advisory for north and eastern sections of Indiana until about 9 o'clock this morning. Otherwise, sunny skies throughout much of the day today. It is going to be a warm one. We will see those temperatures climb to about 79. Clear and cool later tonight with lows dropping to 56, and then a wonderful and warmer weekend. Sunny skies Saturday, highs near 83, mid-80s on Sunday under mostly sunny conditions.
That right there got all choked up. Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. Tara, thank you. As always, 55 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:07.
This hour powered by Family Heating and Air, your American Standard Air dealer. Nobody cares for you like family.
John Solomon over at justthenews.com is reporting that the FBI has stated that on January 6th, the January 6th, dun dun dun, 274 FBI agents were sent to the Capitol. The FBI, writes John Solomon, secretly deployed more than 250 plainclothes agents to the Capitol. An operation so disorganized, it unleashed searing frustrations, as reported by John Solomon, among many of the FBI's rank and file, that the Bureau had lost its core competencies to wokeness and allowed its employees to become, quote, pawns in a political war. This was an after-action report that was kept from public view, the report obtained by Just the News. Two things there. I would need to read it to get an understanding of it. Do I question whether or not there was undercover anything in the crowd of January 6th? Of course not. I would never question that thing. I would believe it happens, and you can show me data one way or another. But the real story here is what is it that our institutions do? And how do our institutions act? This goes back to the conversation of President Trump at the United Nations. And he's upset with the UN because, well, The escalator stopped working as he and his wife got on it. Then the teleprompter didn't work as he was giving a speech. And then there was some issue with the microphones that the first 15 minutes of the speech wasn't heard. And by the crowd, you had to have the earpiece in. Didn't happen for anybody else. That kind of pettiness, that kind of patheticness is what drives people. And since they couldn't stop him from speaking, sometimes the pettiness is much more coordinated and much more focused. Which goes to the idea of what is the purpose of the United Nations? We talk about this with agencies and with organizations within the United States. Does the agency or does the program exist to satisfy and serve the citizen? Or does it exist for the sake of the institution or the program existing? Does the UN exist to make the world a better place, or does the UN exist to move an ideology and keep itself in existence with free meals and not paying their parking tickets? I think if we took a poll, I think if we took a look at the data, at the results of the UN, everyone would see it as the latter. That it does not exist to create any value. As a matter of fact, it has not only created no value, it has been destructive of value, destructive of people's lives, destructive of the soul. And we should do away with it. President Trump wants an investigation. He's wrong. Stop funding them today. Don't send them any more money. Stop. As a matter of national security, stop and say, guys, it's time for you to move. It's time for you to leave. It's time for you to go. Now, somewhere someone's going to tell me, and they are not going to be incorrect in their assessment, nor do I think that they're anti-American in their assessment, nor do I think that they are a villain in their assessment. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. You want the UN here on American soil because it continues to position us as the leaders of the free world. I put forth to you that we can do it again. I'm not opposed to the concept of the organization. I'm opposed to what the organization has become. What they are, how they operate, how they act, and with impunity, with our dollars while hating us. It must be rethought. It must be recalibrated in order to provide us the best opportunity for what it is they do. That's the story. So it is not about its elimination. It's about its recreation. And if we don't recreate this thing, we will continue to suffer at its hands while they take our money to make us suffer. Stop investigating. Don't even think about investigating. We know what happened. And when it comes to January 6th, like I just said, I will absolutely believe it. I want to read the report. But to believe that there were people like James Comey, like Andrew McCabe, like Peter Strzok, like Lisa Page, who would do this kind of thing, incite a crowd, try and create problems, work against the American people, absolutely, I believe that possible. Look forward to the report. But man, I'd like to see more people in the FBI say, yeah, that happened. If it happened, say so. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Your next car or truck comes from Andy Moore Ford because they've got all the deals. You can buy your vehicle 100% online. You never have to put on pants. Just go to Andy Moore, M-O-H-R, AndyMooreFord.com. Or you can check out The Lot, 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield. They're fantastic. The place is incredible. Good people are over there. And what are you interested in? What do you want to see? You don't want pressure? They're not pressure. They're easy. It's simple. I bought a used car. I bought a new car. It has been fantastic to work with Andy Moore Ford. You need something that's tough. How about a Ford F-150 XL truck for under $40,000? They've got over 100 to choose from. They've got everything. And if you're looking for an electric vehicle because the EV credits are about to run out, you can get up to $7,500 off of your EV with that tax credit and the F-150 Lightning. If it fits your lifestyle, I'm telling you, I'm driving it right now. It's sensational. Sensational. Car, truck, electric vehicle, work vehicle, fleet vehicle, Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield. 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield, or online at Andy Moore Ford. That's M-O-H-R, AndyMooreFord.com.
Central Indiana, get ready. On Saturday, September 27th from 10 till 2, it's back. The second annual Smoke in the Ville Egg Fest at Builders Lumber and Hardware. And this year is bigger than ever. Picture smoke in the air, food sizzling on the big green egg, and chefs serving up bite after bite of incredible flavors, all included with your ticket. Grab a drink from Bourbons and Brews Mobile Bartending. Enjoy live music by Nick Fisher, and catch your favorite college game on the big screen while you sample it all. Shop local crafts, create a hands-on project to take home, and from 11 to 2, step up for Anarchy Axe Throwing. Tickets are just $20. Kids under 12 are free. Unlimited food, drinks, crafts, and axe throwing. All ticket proceeds support Love Inc. of Shelby County. Eggheads, don't miss your chance to buy a preseason demo egg at the lowest prices of the season. Smoke in the Ville Egg Fest, September 27th, 10 to 2 at Builders Lumber and Hardware, 1309 Miller Avenue, Shelbyville. Tickets are available at the door or at blhsupply.com. Get yours now.
A winner on game day. Pick them up this weekend at the bakery or deli section of your grocery store.
I am taking the whole King's Hawaiian conversation and I'm sending it now to King's Hawaiian to get them to sponsor the King's Hawaiian tailgate featuring Matt Bear.
Yes! Let's go.
I am trying, Matt.
I want this.
So I had producer Carl send me the audio right there.
Sliders. King's Hawaiian Sliders make you a winner on game day. Boy, it sounds great.
Right?
That sounds amazing.
Doesn't that sound good?
King's Hawaiian Sliders make you a winner on game day.
Don't you want to be a winner?
I don't think I was very good at traffic until I started eating King's Hawaiian Sliders.
The King's Hawaiian tailgate featuring Matt Bear.
Yeah.
I will make the sliders.
We are going to commandeer a round barn.
Honestly, King's Hawaiian, I don't even know what you're doing. I don't even know what you're doing if you don't do this.
Yeah.
But I'm going to send it to you. We're going to try and make it happen. Matt Bear has traffic.
All right, southbound 65 on the exit to west. That's a crash partially blocking the exit ramp. Also looking at southbound 65 on the south side. Ramp closed southbound 65 to 465. That's because of a stall in that exit lane in the construction zone. It's really tight. Please be careful as you make your way through there and start your reroute. In fact, you can go on down to Southport Road, which I know is a distance, but you can peel off at Raymond as well and start your reroute from there. Traffic sponsored by, King's Hawaiian Sliders. Eli Manning reminds you there's nothing like football and King's Hawaiian Sliders. King's Hawaiian Sliders make you a winner on game day, make you a winner in line. Pick them up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your grocery store. King's Hawaiian Sliders.
Now, Matt Bear, let's say you had the opportunity to make some custom gourmet King's Hawaiian Sliders for like 1,000 of your closest friends. You'd do it, right?
Oh, hell yes. I would love to do that. That would be so much fun.
Right?
It'd be a party. It'd be a
It'd be a
Hoosier
party.
Yeah.
Like if there was a tailgate, if there was a King's Hawaiian tailgate with WIBC featuring Matt Bear, you'd be all over that.
Absolutely. We could have the King's Hawaiian Sliders for the main course and maybe get Cindy out there for the Circle City Eats and some cookies too. You know, I mean, you'd have your dessert. We could do the whole thing.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I think that's a great idea myself. But yeah, they're so good.
It's up to King's Hawaiian.
Yeah, let's do this.
Do you want to do this or not? I mean, I honestly, I don't even know how you say no.
I mean, I'm a traffic guy. I can get you there. I can get you home.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Do the parking.
Matt Bear will direct you directly to the King's Hawaiian Sliders.
To the round barn that we're going to commandeer.
Easy enough. 55 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:17.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. That does give us certain advantages, for example, in experience and resources. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. If you're a guy facing divorce, remember, Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on.
101 West Ohio, Indianapolis. CordellCordell.com.
Of all the times to buy new Lincoln, right now is the very best time at Tom Roush Lincoln. Get 0% APR for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Corsair, Nautilus, or Aviator. Plus get a $1,000 Tom Roush Trade Assist bonus. So come get that new Lincoln from Tom Roush Lincoln, where our family's been serving yours for over 53 years.
36-month, 10,000-mile per year lease, 2,500 due at signing. No security deposit required. All offers subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details. Ends 9/30/25.
It was a Washington Post story yesterday. It's everywhere today, and I swear to you, I have no idea what this meeting is about at all. What is this meeting that the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, is putting together with all of the top generals in the U.S.? Not 100% sure I want all the top generals in the U.S. in one place. And if there's a meeting, I don't think I want anybody to know about it. Tony Katz today. Wait, that's not the show. It's Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. There's a lot of shows, guys. I get confused. Don't forget the Eat, Drink, Smoke, a radio show is on this weekend. Be sure to catch that in the podcast, wherever it is you get your podcasts. Eat, Drink, Smoke, and check it out for yourself. There should be more, but we'll get to that another day. It's I don't quite understand its purpose. President Trump, Vice President Vance, playing down the significance in the Oval Office on Thursday. The president said, I love it. I think it's great. I'll be there if they want me there. Why is that such a big deal? You act like this is a bad thing. No, I don't. Never mind how the media reacts to things. They're a bunch of ridiculous frauds in so many ways. I just don't know what a meeting is about. I don't know its purpose. I don't know if that's something that you do. In that, I don't know if it's smart tactically or strategically. The Secretary of War speaking to the generals, very, very smart. There are, as reported, approximately 800 generals and admirals in the U.S. military. There's a real question about whether or not we have too many generals and admirals. Too many people with too many stars. Not trying to defame. I'm not trying to insult. I was not a guy who was in the military. But too many stars. Too many people being too self-important. But I don't think that's what we're looking at here. I don't think that's why this meeting is taking place, but rather, I don't know why the meeting's taking place. So people are asking about it. And then there is a race I want you to keep an eye on, which is the New Jersey governor's race. Very, very interesting because you've got Phil Murphy as the governor now, the Democrat. You've got, it's Mikey. She goes by Mikey Sherrill is what she does. And she is the Democrat, a U.S. representative running against, she's the Democrat running against, I forget his name right now, the Republican's name. Jack, is it Chitterelli? I believe that's it. So here's the story about Mickey Sherrill. She talks very often about her time serving in the Navy. Everything she does about how she served in the Navy, constantly, it's a discussion about her time in the Navy. She piloted helicopters in the Navy, and her military record is the core of her political campaign. But she's having a rough time in the polls in New Jersey because she's done, was it some stock trading, some questions about how she's been able to profit, and she's like, well, I'm not sure. Well, I'll have to look into that, and she's obfuscating in a lot of ways. It's a very Nancy Pelosi kind of issue. But the Navy thing comes up because it turns out that while she was in the Navy, she was blocked from walking with her graduating class at the U.S. Naval Academy because she was in a cheating scandal. The New Jersey Globe found that her name was not included in the commencement program. She says she was barred from walking because she would not rat out classmates who were involved in the scandal, 130 midshipmen in her class, saying, I didn't turn in some of my classmates, so I didn't walk, but graduated and was commissioned as an officer in the U.S. Navy, serving for nearly 10 years with the highest level of distinction and honor. That's the way she tells the story. But she never once told the story. She wants to make the claim that I didn't walk because I wouldn't be a rat, or was she involved in this cheating? Now, this could be seen as a small conversation or a small instance or a small issue. I don't know how people who have served feel about the thing. And there are certain levels of codes of conduct, and there's certain conversations about honor codes and it, outside of my pay grade, if you will, for the use of the expression. But there's a real question here about why in a state like New Jersey, very left-leaning state, is she having so many issues? And I think you can take a look at the last race with Phil Murphy running, that it didn't go great. It wasn't, if I remember correctly, a blowout. And certainly it can be seen as there are a series of levels of tides turning, things changing. The populace, the electorate changing, and this is good. Now the question is, how does one add and multiply to it? How do you engage that momentum in a way to success? This race, I think, tells a very interesting story about something that we discussed from the beginning. If you were with me back at the event, Understanding the Election in 3 Bourbons, where we took a look at the swing states. Look, Donald Trump won all the swing states. Yes, but the Senate candidates in those states lost. Sam Brown lost in Nevada, and you take the loss in Michigan, you take the loss in Wisconsin. Swing state Arizona, they lost. Why did the Senate candidate lose, but Trump won? Because people were voting for Trump and didn't care about the rest. And this was a note to Republicans that you have to work harder to tell your story, to make a connection with these people. Because these people, if they're low propensity voters, they're only voting for purpose. That purpose is Trump, and everything else doesn't matter. Are we now in a place where it's starting to matter? This is a very interesting race, to the extent that, you know, that it's going to decide what happens in 2026. It's still New Jersey. And you can capture lightning in a bottle if you're only focused on this one place, this one state, this one race. But the issues that Cheryl is having, are these really part of issues Democrats are having, or are these really these specific things? And does this scandal, how does this really play with the electorate? That's what I'm most curious about in terms of how people respond to these kinds of issues. Are people responding to what Democrats are doing across the country and saying, man, we really can't have this in our state anymore? Well, we still got another month to figure that one out. Matt Bear has got traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matthew?
Yeah, Tony, south side, ramp closed, southbound 65 to 465. It's because of a stall in that exit lane in the construction zone. Slow to Keystone. Northbound 65, stop and go before and after Raymond because of that construction zone. East side, northbound 465, slow after 72 Penn Pike, and a crash on the shoulder entering downtown. This is southbound 65 on the exit to west. The ramp is open. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, it's Casey. Donald Trump has displayed an auto pen picture for Joe Biden in the Walk of Fame at the White House. Expert trolling or disrespectful? Join us Friday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
Judy loves her fall in Indy, but she doesn't like the paint, so she called Rhino Shield.
The house that Rhino Shield did for my husband and I, after having the house painted with kind of usual house paint, I was seeing cracks appearing about every 3 years and just wasn't very satisfied with that.
Rhino Shield's a ceramic coating specifically formulated for our unique climate.
I can't speak highly enough about the Rhino Shield crew. They also were great at working with me to get the exact right color because I was very particular.
Indy, you too can have the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield right now for 15% off the regular price.
I would not hesitate to call Rhino Shield, and I am just thrilled to recommend Rhino Shield to my friends and neighbors and family.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code FAME25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FAME25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FAME25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take DayQuil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the DayQuil.
Undo your flu symptoms with DayQuil Intense Flu. DayQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
DayQuil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
Whether it's the good food or the friendly mood, you can count on Indiana to never lose when it comes to tailgating. And we want to see you at every game. That's why Hubler's got you covered with the best warranty around. So kick off the season in a Hubler quality pre-owned vehicle. Right now, you can buy with zero down. Choose from over 2,000 cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, every Hubler Q-certified vehicle is covered by a 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Includes a 128-point vehicle inspection and a free Carfax history report. We'll pay top dollar for your trade. Bring Hubler your old car for an immediate appraisal. Zero down delivers. And Hubler's got you covered for 100,000 miles.
Hubler's got you covered.
Visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 convenient locations.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A former FBI director has to turn himself in today. It is 57 degrees, cloudy skies over downtown Indianapolis, going up to 79. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:31. President Trump is talking about the indictment of James Comey this morning.
President Trump says former FBI Director James Comey is a dirty cop who must pay a very big price. The Justice Department announced an indictment charging Comey with making a false statement to Congress during a 2020 hearing. The president has publicly urged the Attorney General to prosecute Comey and other political foes, like California Senator Adam Schiff and New York Attorney General Letitia James. The indictment was filed in the Eastern District of Virginia just days after President Trump named one of his former attorneys as the U.S. attorney there. The previous U.S. attorney resigned last week.
That's Fox's Jared Halpern reporting. President Trump signed an executive order Thursday that will allow a Chinese company to sell TikTok to a group of American investors. Under the deal, the video app's U.S. operations will be run by a new company, while TikTok's current owner, ByteDance, will hold about 20% of the stock. IMPD says an argument led to a woman being killed this morning on the Far East Side. Jarrett Lewis breaks down the details.
At an apartment complex on the Far East Side of Indianapolis, officers say they found a woman shot at around 3:20 in the morning. Unfortunately, she died later at a hospital. Police believe the woman and her boyfriend got into a fight and then shots were fired. IMPD Captain Don Weilhammer says there are better ways to handle an argument.
When you're having problems, domestic or otherwise like this, please don't resort to violence.
3 shootings in total broke out around Indianapolis Thursday night and Friday morning, with 4 people taken to the hospital with injuries, all reported to be in stable condition. Jarrett Lewis, 93, WIBC Mobile News.
A shift is coming to how emergency calls are handled in Allen County, and it could affect what happens in the critical moments before help arrives. At Thursday's board meeting, the Three Rivers Ambulance Authority announced it would stop providing emergency medical dispatch services for 911 calls originating outside of Fort Wayne. That means that if you dial 911 from elsewhere in Allen County, you'll still get an ambulance, but you may no longer be able to hear the calm voice of a trained medical dispatcher. And an event to showcase a new Puma show for Indiana, or new Puma shoe for Indiana Pacers guard Tyrese Halliburton happened yesterday.
So how much is the shoe?
$130.
Are you going to pay it?
I am.
Yeah, why?
To be one of the first ones to have it.
And to commemorate the area code 317 for Indianapolis, Halliburton says they sold about 317 pairs of shoes. Sports on WIBC. The Indiana Fever play the Las Vegas Aces tonight in Game 3 of the WNBA semifinals. Forward Natasha Howard says home court support will help the team.
We don't feel pressure at all. We did what we needed to do in Game 1, and they did what they needed to do in Game 2. But they got to, like we said when we was in Vegas, that they got to come to our house and they got to see our fans as well.
And tip-off at 7:30. Coverage on 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan. Indianapolis Colts head coach Shane Steichen keeps calling the team different this year. Tackle DeForest Buckner breaks down what sets this year's squad apart.
The accountability and everybody upholding the standard from day one. And that's what Shane was preaching. That's what we were all preaching. And, I feel like we've been doing a good job in all phases of the ball, all phases on the team.
And the Colts are 3-0. They hit the road to face the LA Rams Sunday at 4:05. And Thursday night football down to the wire. The Seattle Seahawks kicked a 52-yard game-winning field goal to beat the Arizona Cardinals 23-20. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick, on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:35. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Bear.
All right, Ryan, southbound 65 on the south side. The ramp is closed to 465 because of a stall. It's a breakdown in that construction zone exit lane, so no delay here at the moment, but you do have to reroute around this closure. Again, it's southbound 65 to 465. Now northbound 65, stop and go traffic after Keystone into the south split because of construction. South side, Beach Grove, Emerson Avenue before 465, lights flashing red. This says northbound slow, not quite to Thompson, but we are backed up. Northeast side, eastbound 465 slow, Allisonville Road over to I-69. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
55 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:36.
Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go.
Do you need furnace or heat pump service? You need to find a local well-trained expert you can trust, like Price Point Comfort Heating and Cooling? We'll find that independent American Standard Air dealer at IndyHomeComfort.com.
How bad is it? Don't sugarcoat it. Give it to me straight. Want coffee? I think I need some coffee.
Time to fill up on the news. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. What's going on, everybody? Good to be with you. Dow futures are up 136. You've got NASDAQ futures that are up just 11. Oil prices ticking up yesterday. You've got West Texas crude at $64.97. It's almost $65 a barrel. And then you've got Brent crude at $69.38. So we're out of those mid-60s. We're creeping up a bit, and the 10-year Treasury continues to move up. 4.16 is where it is at. Core inflation, 2.9%. So this is PCE. The personal consumption expenditure, a 0.3% gain for the month, putting on the overall inflation rate at 2.7. Excluding food and energy, that's 2.9. The target rate is 2%. We lowered interest rates 0.25 point. They're going to keep lowering interest rates I don't think the numbers show that you can, but they're not listening to me. Just where we're at. At this moment, I don't know if any of it matters to anybody. You take a look at the GDP number. Did you see the GDP number? It's surreal. 3.8%. I've got it there on the show sheet if you go to TonyKatz.com. 3.8% in the second quarter? That's beyond on fire. That number is insane. And then there's the story about new car sales. So new car sales got a very, very big boost. Fourth quarter, working well. Why? Fear of tariffs. Fear of higher prices. Better get in now before it's too late. That's amazing. And the spending, people are spending without a care. And I haven't seen yet the data, any new data, on where personal savings is. Things cost more. Tariffs increase prices. People are still spending. They haven't stopped spending. And now they're spending on things for fear that the price is going to go up even higher, which means, or at least I think could signal, that people will take a look at the price increases that have already happened and say, okay, we can still digest that. We can still handle that. I am amazed. Cox Automotive raising their U.S. sales forecast in 2025 to 16.1 million. Where were they? 15.6 to 15.7. So that's higher than the things were in 2024. Which also could signal that people see this economy and say, for all the issues, it's better than having Biden in office. And I do think there is some of that happening. 1,000%. Edmunds, by the way, a different service, thought that there would be 16.1 to 16.2 million vehicles sold. Up 4.6% compared to last year. The prices are higher. They're still buying because they fear prices will be even higher because of tariffs. If tariff prices get passed along, which they will, one would think it stops. It's kind of nutty. Kind of nutty. First of all, if you're buying a new car, Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield. I mean, go with the sponsors. Would you please tell them Tony Katz sent you? But these are fascinating numbers. Things happen and the marketplace doesn't seem to, or I should say the markets don't care. You know, we looked at this with oil prices. You had Ukraine bombing refineries in Russia. A lot of other countries buy oil from Russia. Bombing these refineries. It limited the amount that they could supply people, and the barrel oil price didn't move. Starting to move a little bit now. It didn't move then. Fascinating. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
A person was killed and two others critically wounded.
93 WIBC.
Gunman opened fire. The FBI calls it a targeted attack.
We saw those shell casings and we saw the monstrous actions.
Another update.
The rifle, a bolt-action German model,
is just minutes away.
Or be banned in the U.S.
President calling for arrests to be made. Called the incident absolutely sabotage.
Cue the news.
Police say he killed somebody when he was driving drunk.
Legally asking, what are you afraid of?
On air, online, and on Alexa.
Are you nearly maxed out on your credit cards? It doesn't matter if you're using your credit cards for fun or to survive. At the end of the month, your statements come in, and you can either pay them or you can't. If you can't, late fees and interest rates get tacked on. And now you're struggling just to make the minimum payment due. Do you feel trapped? Am I talking to you? Good, because I personally researched some companies that can help you. They may be able to reduce your credit card balances by 50% and stop the late fees. If you qualify, please call our special debt hotline number right now for a complimentary free 5-minute consultation. Deal with your credit card problem now before it gets much worse and put more money back in your pocket. Trust me, I've been there too. Call right now.
800-948-1659. 800-948-1659. 800-948-1659. 800-948-1659. That's 800-948-1659.
It's JMV. The fall planting season is here, and Miss M's Home and Garden wants to help you with all your landscape needs. Visit the Garden Center for a great selection of trees and shrubs. Some selections up to 50% off. And now is a great time to take advantage of season-ending sales. Herbaceous perennials, 30 to 50% off. Pottery, 50% off. And in-stock patio furniture, now 40% off. Miss M's is located on State Road 135, south of Whiteland Road in Bargersville.
She was behind the bench every single game. You could tell how much that team meant to her.
WIBC remembers Nancy Leonard.
What the Leonards and specifically Nancy has done for this community, it can't be measured. It wasn't a team. It was a family to her. I would see her after a big home win, and you could tell there was just this amount of pride that can't be described in words.
On behalf of WIBC, our listeners, and all of Indy, thank you, Nancy.
Forget digging through clutter to find what matters. The WIBC Daily Newsletter puts the biggest local stories and exclusive show moments in your inbox and lets you skip the scroll. Sign up by clicking Connect at WIBC.com.
Hey, it's Casey. Donald Trump has displayed an auto pen picture for Joe Biden in the Walk of Fame at the White House. Expert trolling or disrespectful? Join us Friday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
Traffic on the fives. Matt Bear, what's going on?
All right, Tony, looking at the south side, ramp closed southbound 65 to 465. That's because of a breakdown in that exit 2, 465. It's in a construction zone, so we do have to reroute for the moment. No delay if you're going through traffic on southbound 65, like say down to Southport or Greenwood. But the ramp to 465 is shut down right now. Northbound 65 slow, 5-minute delay, Keystone up to the south split in a crash. Inbound 65 exiting to west, that ramp is open. It is partially blocked. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Matt Bear on the fives at WIBC Traffic.
55 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:45. Good for you. It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that television theme song? Here is how we play our game. Producer Carl has selected. I gotta adjust this. Sorry. Had a whole microphone issue there. Producer Carl has selected a theme song from yesteryear. A television theme song from yesteryear. I have to guess what it is. Did I say hello? Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. There are times where I phone a friend. I don't have to here, but out of respect for Matt Bear, I'm going to give him the chance to make this happen. I'm going to phone a friend as I guess this television theme song. I know what it is, but Matt Bear, let's see if you've got it. What is that television theme song?
Oh, I know it too. That's Black Mirror, Tony.
Nice. That's good work. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the theme song to Tom and Jerry. Now, for those of us of a Gen X kind of world, this was part of Saturday morning cartoons. Was this Saturday morning? Right. Well, Saturday morning was really Super Friends, maybe Transformers, G.I. Joe. When you actually had to sit in front of a TV and you couldn't bring the phone to you and just put your face in front of it and totally block out your family. This was it. And there was Tom and Jerry, and then of course Bugs Bunny, and then of course Woody Woodpecker, and then the very questionable Heckle and Jekyll. Those are the crows. Very, very questionable. Right there. But good work, producer Carl. Well done, well played.
Meow.
Right? That's nice. That's solid. Right there. A good pull, if you will. On Tony Katz today at noon, we will discuss more of the indictment of James Comey. He is set to turn himself in, lying and obstruction. Lying and obstruction. He declares that he is not afraid, does James Comey, and he wants you to know that.
My family and I have known for years that there are costs to standing up to Donald Trump, but we couldn't imagine ourselves living any other way. We will not live on our knees, and you shouldn't either. Somebody that I love dearly recently said that fear is the tool of a tyrant, and she's right. But I'm not afraid, and I hope you're not either. I hope instead you are engaged, you are paying attention, and you will vote like your beloved country depends upon it, which it does.
So is that the case, that you've got the indictment of Comey, and this is going to turn him into some type of martyr?
Bears repeating. You do this, you turn the person you hate into a martyr. You make them bigger than ever. You unite people behind them. Donald Trump understood this in his own political campaign, and yet he's now making Comey a martyr.
Did James Comey lie to Congress? Yes or no? Enough of this. That's the question. I think the data shows that he did. Now, I don't know how you engage the obstruction one. Maybe that's more of a catch-all charge, as we see that everywhere. The question before us remains, if someone gets made a martyr, is that a reason not to go forward? Are they guilty of the crime that you would go to jail for because you're not going to make anybody a martyr? What is this? You're not afraid, James Comey? Fine. Knock yourself out, kitten. Did you lie? Did you lie? Because you've really shown yourself to be the kind of person who nobody should want in any position of power. And to Joe Scarborough over there at MSNBC, are you saying that you don't think you should engage prosecutions against people who lie to Congress? You were a congressman. Did anybody ever lie to you? You're all right with that? The moral of the story here is that, sure, people can be made into martyrs. But in order to be made into a martyr, you have to be somebody who the people already like. Who likes James Comey? Who rallies around James Comey? James Comey has come across as an egomaniac. He has come across as a beta male. He's come across as sniveling. Remember the whole 86-47, look at the rocks? Does anybody believe that story? No one believes that story. Yes, chat room, Steve and I agree. Don't raise your sons to be like James Comey. Never. So what martyrdom are you talking about here? CNN and MSNBC are gonna race to his cause and try and build that up? Is that your conversation, Joe Scarborough? Make it your conversation. Doesn't make it real. Doesn't make any part of it real. I think the Catherine Herridge reporting shows that he lied about whether or not he reached out to the press when asked about it regarding leaks and other things. So that's that. When Trump and anybody associated with him gets investigated, it's for a purpose. When anybody on the left gets investigated, well, it's just an abuse of power. It's not an abuse of power. But if we're going to make that argument, it has to be all the way around. When you do it, it's fine. When somebody else does it, it's a problem. That isn't going to work. That is the argument you're making in front of America, and you've been doing it now for years. That argument is over. You lose that argument. You're just wrong. We're not going to agree to disagree. We're going to say the things the way they have to be said. You're wrong. You're terribly, shamefully, ignorantly, arrogantly, pathetically, sadly, ridiculously wrong. Martyrs don't get made from that. If you were able to stop the rest of us from speaking, well, then maybe you can make that happen. But you can't do that. It's exactly what you tried to do with Hunter Biden's laptop. It's exactly what you tried to do with the conversation about COVID vaccines. We understand what happens if you all get in power. You will do everything to shut us down. Look what you tried to do to Trump. It was really an attack on the American people. It was never about Trump. It was always about the voter. Always about the people who didn't listen to you and voted for Trump. That's what it was about, and it will be that when they vote for the next person in 2026, the next person in 2028, and so on and so forth. You want to make James Comey a martyr? Knock yourself out. I don't know if he will be convicted. I have absolutely no idea how that evidence is going to play out and how that case is going to go. Is he a bad guy? I know that for fact. Is he the kind of guy I would tell my sons, don't ever be like that? You better believe it. Is he the kind of guy who's going to reach martyrdom status? I'd put my money on no. A very, very large no. I will catch you guys at noon for Tony Katz today. Very much looking forward to the show. Kendall and Casey are up next, and Matt Bear in the WIBC Traffic Center. Catch you later, guys.
All right, crash on the east side. This is East 56th Street to the west. 465. Also, looking at northbound 65 on the south side, stop and go traffic before Raymond into the south split. The ramp did reopen. The exit from southbound 65 to 465. Just learned that a couple of minutes ago, but that ramp has reopened, and you can now make your exit from southbound 65 to I-465. Inbound 69 is mostly cleared up, still a little bit slow around 82nd Street, and north side eastbound 465, that's slow from Michigan Road over to Meridian 31. Beech Grove, a stoplight's not working there, flashing red. Emerson Avenue before 465, just to the south of 465, and that has a backup in the northbound lanes. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors, the place to go for upgrading your kitchen, bath, or flooring. Schedule your free design consultation at DrexelIN.com. Visit DrexelIN.com for your free interior design or visit their showrooms today. Go where the pros go. I'm Matt Bear at WIBC Traffic.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten, classics are remixed, bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Whether it's the good food or the friendly mood, you can count on Indiana to never lose when it comes to tailgating. And we want to see you at every game. That's why Hubler's got you covered with the best warranty around. So kick off the season in a Hubler quality pre-owned vehicle right now.